interest at the fucking.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck? I was like, this is a joke. I'm gonna drive my shit. Fuck you.
If you try to buy my vehicle right now, it's 110,000, give or take a little bit more because they marked them all up. That whole chip shortage bullshit excuse started right after I bought. I bought it at a good time, you know. The fucking market went to shit, and now there's no cars on the lot. Now I could turn around and sell it for almost as much as I fucking bought the thing for. It's pathetic.
Yeah, I thought it was a joke. I test drove the new Ford Mustang and shit, and it was the same amount of money. It's just all a fucking joke at the dealership right now. They want
Yeah.
10K on top of it. The interest on it was like 17,000 at the end of the fucking payment. I was like, this is retarded. Ooh, this is ridiculous.
I ordered one of those new Hummers, and they're all delayed. They brought one to the dealership for everybody who's on the waiting list to go test drive them. And you know, first time I bought a vehicle that I didn't get to fuck around with before buying it. It's pretty cool, but it's like, you know, they're doing the whole Tesla concept. You know, there's not many on the showroom. There's just, you know, finally got to test drive the fucking thing last month, but vehicles are just too fucking
Dude,
expensive.
vehicles are wrecked. Like, it doesn't even matter if you have any money. You're just like, okay, I can't get rugged. Like, this is ridiculous. I mean, I guess if you have a fuckload of money, you can just do whatever you want, but I'm not in that position. I was like, this is
Right
ridiculous.
now, it's like real estate. You don't want to buy real estate, and you don't want to buy any vehicles right now. Period. And it's going to go down before before it goes up again. Thank God for that, because now that's where we're going. Crypto's going to go up. Housing market's going to go down. The car businesses is going to go down. So we're all going to be in a great place and be able to afford real estate and vehicles going forward. So I would not buy any cars or any freaking property at this point in time. Just wait for at least 6 months to a year.
And it's so wrecked because I bought my house at a 2.5% interest rate, like right before the market fucking popped. I was just looking for a spot at the time. This house is literally free compared to what houses are now. There's $200,000 of equity on this house. I haven't done jack shit to it. I'm like, all the people that bought real estate at that time are just basically living for free in comparison to what it is now.
Yeah, I mean that's somewhat true, but not for every. Like where I'm at in South Florida, the housing market hasn't taken its toll yet because we got all these fucking New Yorkers moving here. My whole neighborhood's getting taken over by them. But the housing market
All
is
those guys.
artificially inflated because of everybody's trying to move here right now. But then the other side to that is land is still a good deal right now. I buy land whenever I can. You know, there's a lot of good deals on land right now. Obviously, you're shopping for land, so you know just as well as I do.
Yeah.
Maybe
No, it just
property.
depends on the area, but the area that I'm
Yeah.
looking is a little bit further, way further out of the society, which is fine because that's what we're looking for anyway. But at the end of the day, like I'm in real estate. I'm actually going to school right now. I've not, done my test yet. I'm about to do that soon. But I'm learning as we're going through. Like this is my first. Like you were saying earlier about a bull market, right? So I came in at a bull market when I came into Hex, right? Like I came in at a bull market. We're not day one Hexicans. We got to see that, whoo, and then all of a sudden everything dropped. We came in at 8 cents actually into Hex. Not day one, but day one Pulsex and PulseChain, whatever. Like we've sacrificed the life out of people. But at the end of the day, I'm just saying, like that is our first. That's our first bull witness to go bear, and a bear. This is real estate, and I talk real estate like I've never, like I'm in school, and now I'm learning that part of it, and it's crazy because we're going up now in crypto, and we're about to like get out of the bear and go into a bull, and now I'm seeing, and what I'm learning as I'm learning, we're about to literally go down, and yes, Florida will get hit, and it's a good thing because it doesn't matter all these people buying up property. It's all these people with all these loans and all the shit they're about to fucking go under. And then all you're going to see is all these fucking foreclosures all of a sudden. And then you're going to have the money to fucking get those. You know what I mean? So it's just a freaking, it's just a, a domino effect. Like, yeah, everybody has this shit because they got the loans for it. Now they're not going to be able to afford it. and now that's going to go under. And that's what's about to happen. And the raft of that is we're going to be able to afford to buy all that. So that's the cool thing. So I mean, for us, not them so much, but for us, and that's what I'm looking forward to.
Very
Yeah.
impressive, CZ.
Yeah, we definitely have I don't know if we're going to have an exact 2008 housing market crash because
No,
we don't have the same. Yeah, I agree with you. It's definitely pulling back. It's already pulling back in most places, but it's not gonna just
I
crash
don't see
like this.
2008. I don't see
Yeah,
2008, but it's going to be pretty well, it's going to be different than 2008 because our world is different than 2008 today than
yeah,
it was then. So we
that's
are
true.
going to literally, yeah, we're going to have other options of certain things because most people are not going to get loans anymore. People are not going to be able, banks are failing. Remember, we're not going to be able to get loans. So you're going to have crypto. At the end of the day, you're just going to have to crypto it to buy property going forward. And most people don't know how to do that because they don't know about crypto. And that's where we're all lucky. So,
Yeah, I was saying that in one of these spaces the other day, like down here in South Florida, most real estate agents down here will accept certain crypto for real estate. Most of them. It's become a thing over the last 5-6 years. Especially if you're buying a mansion down here, they'll take Bitcoin or Ethereum all day. But yeah, it's definitely growing. There's a lot of stores down here that'll accept crypto, but I just don't see the value in using the Lightning Network with Bitcoin. I mean, I don't hold Bitcoin anymore anyway, but I've seen people have Bitcoin on their phone, not on their phone, what I'm saying, keep a wallet on their phone, do their little Lightning transaction at a store, and then they're sitting there for like 20-30 seconds for it to go through. Okay, it's just like, I don't know. I don't see Bitcoin being used as a replacement for cash. I know we were talking about that earlier about it being a new reserve currency. I
and
doubt
I'm
it.
just learning about that as well right now because that's one of the things that actually has come across. I'm doing like also extra classes and over crypto because they don't teach that in real estate. And so, yeah, you're absolutely right. Bitcoin is not, yeah, you're exactly right. But I will say this though, where we're going in the future with the banking systems going down, um, uh, the crazy thing is most people don't know about crypto. Like I literally can go out to a brunch. This is the sad thing. Jim Rat, you go out. I can be out with the girls at a brunch and I can sit there and just hang out. Everybody's like, oh my God, how are you doing? Blah, blah, blah. What's up? And then you're like, oh, nothing. Are you still doing crypto? Yeah. And then somebody will be like, what's crypto? There'll be 2 or 3 people in a group that I'm hanging out with that will go, what's crypto?
And then you say, "Come back to my room, and I'll teach you." Teach you a little
But
something,
no, but
something.
that's the crazy thing is that's just my little like my little life, right? Of people, the whole world. There's so many people that don't understand crypto, which that's as I'm talking to you about real estate is bizarre because the market. So the dollar will be around for a while, but not greatly, right? But
Yeah,
it
but you also got
will.
to think about like if you brought up inflation to those girls, like what would they say?
Oh, well, no, listen, they don't care. They don't understand because
Exactly. So
they're like, oh my
there's only a
God, I
small
have my,
subset of group that even cares about any type of investing or financial markets,
right,
which
right,
Parkway was
which
kind
is
of alluding
crazy.
to earlier.
Right. Which I'm like, I'm so bored with this group right now. I'm ready to go home because y'all are boring the fuck out of me and I need to jump into space. I'm like over it because like it's so crazy how I used to hang out with all these people and they just look at me like I'm retarded or I literally lose friends over it, which I don't care because there's no value there. Or I'm just like literally just like, you know what? I need to get knowledge somewhere because y'all are fucking like retarded and I need to go. I shouldn't use the word retarded. I'm sorry, that's not a good word. But like,
Yeah, I've been
it's
trying to take
just
that one out too.
yeah,
Just
yeah,
just just wait till you make a shit ton of money off of crypto and you're wealthy, and then try that whole scenario again with your friends. And you're dealing with a whole bunch of other bullshit. That's why I don't hang out with much people.
Yeah, they'll buy the top too real quick. They'll buy that top. You talk about it, they're like, "You're rich now? Okay, here we go. I'm ready to buy some Dogecoin."
Yeah.
All my
Yeah,
friends
your
have like great
problems change.
businesses and shit, and they still don't care. Like I got like 3 or 4 good friends that have like really awesome businesses. They make like a pretty good amount of money for their age, and they're like, I don't give a fuck. Like they just don't give a fuck. Like it's like a kind of like people just don't care
Well, yeah,
about
your
it.
generation is definitely that way, Jim Rat, and that's why it's so smart that you're in this and you need to freaking reach out and branch out to these people because y'all are the new freaking, new world order coming forward.
And if
And
my friends are the new world order, I'm fucking moving to fucking Thailand.
We're in
you
trouble,
gotta
right?
teach them. Don't make them right. They can't.
Nah, they're like beating off to porn, telling me how
Oh
much they hate their
Lord,
girlfriend, and
no.
fucking like just working. And it's just like I have very little friends now that aren't. I have like 2 or 3. Like all the friends that I actually keep. Like Sam Stoltz, one of my best friends. I talk to him every day. All he talks about is money. All he talks about is building business. All he talks about is buying crypto. And all he talks about is like what he can do next to be better and what to eat properly. Like it's just like the gym shit. Like I have trouble relating to people that don't like the gym. It doesn't mean I don't talk to people that don't like the gym, but it's like I have trouble relating somewhat. And it's just like every subgroup kind of has that. But there's like a group that wants to be better and sees themselves in a bit like it's all about visualizing as well. Like I think most of the people in here visualize themselves being successful, right? Like I visualize myself having everything I would ever want in this world at all times. And you put yourself in a position slowly, you kind of manifest that. Like it's not all happen at once, but you buy a couple houses, you rent them out, you buy a bunch of crypto, you work out all the time, or you do whatever you do. But like you could just cry about your fucking ex-girlfriend. Like there's people that see themselves in a position generally will manifest that slowly just because that's what your brain will kind of come up with. But there's other people that just think like my life's gonna suck forever and my wife's gonna suck forever and my family is pieces of crap and I hate my life. Like they're not gonna like just stumble into making a lot of money.
Here's some advice too. When you do make a ton of money off of crypto, you sit through this market and you sell the top. You have to surround yourself with people who are. I'm not trying to. This is gonna sound like this is like stuck up or like, but this is like the truth. You have to surround yourself with other people who are financially set, and you kind of have to lose a lot of those friends, and even maybe some family members you had that aren't in those positions because all the fucking leeches come out, all the fucking swamp creatures come out, everybody comes out of the woodwork with the problems when they know you have money. It's like to cut all those fuckers around yourself with like-minded people. You have to do it, or you're gonna end up like Mike Tyson in the '90s. You'll be broke. You know what I mean? Like you just have to. Just my piece of advice.
Funny? It's funny that you just said that. That's what I'm just learning the past year. Exactly that. Because I'm so open and I've had millions, I've lost it. And, but yet I've paid for a lot of things and bought a lot of things for people. And now I'm starting over. When I say starting over, it's been a minute since we started over. We're pretty good now, but not by crypto. Now we're investing in crypto. We're waiting for that next bang of crypto to happen. But that's exactly right. And now I have to learn. And honestly, Papa Boner has been the one that's been like the guy that's like, look, you got to do this and this and this. And I'm still that open book and I'm still learning. And it's a learning experience because I want to help people. I want to be so open, but it doesn't pay off in this community like that. You really got to be guarded and do, like you just said, you have to like basically put yourself around the same type of people or you're going to get fucked. And it's happened to me in the past. And it's scary. It really is. As much as you want to help everybody and love everybody, you definitely have to just be there and understand what you're doing and protect yourself. And it's kind of sad that you have to be so guarded, but it is what it is.
Yeah, and I'm not taking away from charity work. I mean, there's a lot of good things you can still do in the world, but I'm just saying, like my wife's old boss, I've become really good friends with him. The guy's a billionaire. He's a fucking billionaire, and he used to complain about money all the time, like he's going broke. We used to laugh at his ass, like, come on, dude, seriously. I mean, the guy is worth so much fucking money, he can do whatever he wants. But all he would talk about, like when people were around, when we were at a little gathering or something, and people started getting too close to him, like, oh man, I'm really worried about my businesses. He just started talking shit. Like, why the fuck does this guy always do that? And I just kind of realized, he's guarding himself. That's how he puts his guard up, because he knows these leeches are coming around him. And at one point, one of them's going to try to ask for something, like they always do. So, I'm just kind of taking on that mentality as well. Just, it happens, especially with family. Shit, my wife doesn't talk to anyone. My wife's originally from Brazil. She's cut herself off from her entire family. And I'm actually not cool with that. I want her to keep in touch with her family. But because of money, she doesn't talk to a single one of her fucking family members, because they we used to be on other social media, and they used to think, oh, look at them, look how they're living. We need to get some of that, And it's fucking sad. It's sad. She doesn't even talk. Her dad passed away. She didn't even talk to him before he died. Her mom, she doesn't say 2 words to. Her brother, cousins, completely cut off.
Yeah.
But sometimes you got to do that shit.
Yeah. Anyway, we're hogging up. We're talking too much. There's so many people here, speakers and people maybe wanting to come up.
Yeah.
We're just blabbing. Hey guys, y'all want to come up and talk? Parkway, where are you at?
I'm here. I'm listening. I'm like absolutely tuned in and listening to your beautiful story. But it's amazing. So not a lot of people come from the Telegram times.
Oh yeah, those are good times.
I
Yeah.
didn't do. I hate Telegram.
Oh yeah. So yeah, I met Papa on Telegram, and the person that brought me into Hex, he's like super OG. Like like he was also educated by Papa. Before Hex hit the market, yeah, they were already talking. Anyway, long story short, yeah, Papa is like a whale on Telegram, right? Like everyone's having a chit chat, and then it's obviously quite different than what we have in Spaces. And unfortunately, they're not as consistent. They used to be, but not anymore. Anyway, then Papa shows up like a I don't know, like a whale from out of nowhere. It's like, do you have a hardware wallet? Right? And you knew right there and then, okay, shit's going down. Right? And the guy, like any answer from that person that was not in regards to safety, like, he would freak out. What? You don't have a wallet? What are you thinking? Right now, go treasure.io or ledger.com now. Right? It's like, okay. And then, yeah, sometimes they had their wallets and it was just all about the setup, right? And then we had people that came in, they got wrecked. Like literally, people saying like, yeah, I bought Hex and I was telling all my friends and I got this email that said, click here, you're getting more free Hex because you bought Hex. It had the logo, it had everything in the email, right? So this lady, she clicks on the email and she gets drained. Her wallet gets drained, everything gone. And that's and you see these scenarios for a good year, right? When you like just sit. And back then I knew what crypto was, but I didn't know it to the details I do today. And that was just me sitting there and being all quiet and just listening. And at the beginning, it was like 90% I couldn't comprehend what the hell was being said, right? And then it went down to 80, then it went down to 70, then to 60, 50, 40, 30. I still learn every day. It's not like I'm a god or anyone else, right? Everyone learns from each other. There is not a single person that knows everything. Well, maybe Richard, but he was wrong on NFTs. So, yeah.
Don't forget about Famous.
Famous, yeah. Famous is his own chapter.
Famous pretty much a lot. He blows my mind most of the time. I don't even know if he's still here. I can't see him here.
Yeah, he's a listener. He's probably sleeping. Or probably on his way to get super.
No, I don't
probably
even see him
working on that bank.
Yeah, but no, you're right though, Parkway. Listen, I didn't come in Telegram. I was my husband used to do Telegram, and that was before Spaces. And so I remember going, "Who are you talking to? Who are these weirdos?" what are you doing? He's like, crypto? Why? What's crypto? Like, I remember those days. And then I was so interested and I was like, can you teach me? No, I'm not, because I'm still learning, you know? And I was like, well, that fucking sucks. Where are we putting our money? Because you're not telling me anything. And so, like, literally, I had no fucking clue forever until Spaces. And then that's when I found Famous and, you know, Hexus Away and
Right.
Hexation, and they were doing these spaces in the very, very beginning, and I was in there in the very beginning, just at the bottom, just listening, because everything that my husband was doing, I didn't get, I didn't
You
understand.
weren't
And
listening, CZ.
no, I listened forever, dude. I swear to God,
Yeah,
I was a dingleberry. I was a
yeah.
fucking dingleberry for fucking
Well,
months.
once you got the
But
cojones
Jay
to step
Soleil
up,
was there.
you
Jay
sounded
Soleil was
like a
in there.
pro.
Listen, Jay, well, because no, the first thing I did was like, I had questions and I couldn't go to him for them because I was like, you know what? If I'm going to learn, I'm going to learn on my own. And then I'm going to come to him and go, guess what? I know what you're doing. And that's how it happened. And it was so great. And I was in Spaces basically probably the month that Spaces launched. Not the day one, but that month. And it was cool
Right.
because I was getting all the knowledge in Spaces. So I never had to go into Telegram. And anytime that I was offered to go into Telegram, I was like, what the fuck? Like, I felt like I went to the past, like some freaking few, like, just, I just don't know. It was just bad for, no, listen. I'm not saying it's a bad
Yeah.
thing. Most people love Telegram. I get it. It just wasn't for me. I just got it, you know, everything in Spaces. So there was a lot of knowledge. And that's actually where I found Papa.
Yeah. No, it's dope. Yeah, Papa, yeah. So they went. There was this the admins on Telegram and you know the key players in Telegram. They when Telegram slowed down or like they tuned it down. Yeah, Famous started promoting his thing, and you know he was running it 24/7. I'm like, hey, let me hang out here. Maybe I'm gonna run into the same people, which I. Not in that amount where you like, yeah, I'm at like half of the room on Telegram and Spaces. No, that's not the case. Never happened. But you do like occasionally run into people, you know, where like old school and it's like, oh shit, bro, you still around? You know. But yeah, like Telegram was really good and the people in there are super, super educated. Um and yeah, and we met trolls there as well that made history over there and on Twitter
Did you
Spaces.
meet Cleo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, his original name was Convicted, right?
Convicted. Yeah.
Yeah.
But let's
Hex
not give him
Hex
any
Convicted.
energy.
No, what
Let's
was
not
it?
give him any energy. Yes, his hex. Yeah. We don't
Yeah,
go
he
there.
seemed to
But
be like a little yeah, he was like a nice guy, a little bit
nope.
unstable.
Yeah.
But
Well,
yeah,
let's not
so
talk about.
eventually
No, because we'll conquer him and he'll come in here. We'll like.
no, we're not into witchcraft, are we?
No. But he's come in here twice already. So.
Okay. I'll be
Okay.
right
So
back.
anyway, so listen, it's funny. Parkway. I've been in Telegram now, and you're gone. So
He said he was coming right back.
yeah. So I just started going in Telegram every once in a while because of Steakhouse. So like they're always inviting me to go in there and chill and hang out. So I'm kind of like, it's not so bad.
It's the only problem is there's all these attacks where they mimic the page that you're in and they can automatically pull you into it. So if you're not paying attention, you'll think you're in the legit. I mean, it's easy to tell now. I mean, it'll have the little red report spam, get the fuck out of the channel, block. But some people don't pay attention to that, and they're in a channel where someone's trying to scam them. But yeah, other than that, it's not that bad.
Yeah. But you know, I'm all about freaking listening to people's projects and just seeing what's about and whatnot, you know. But I am a Mexican first. I tell people that all the time. It doesn't matter. That's where I learned the first. Like I never was into any crypto other than Hex. That was my first love.
You want to see something cool for real estate? If you go to my page on Twitter, I just made a little video. So one of my new neighbors, and I don't know when they're gonna finish, but he's a sheikh. He's the crown prince of Abu Dhabi. He's a UAE prince. He's building this fucking huge palace a few houses down from me, and it's on 26 acres. It's insane. But anyway, I'll try to onboard him when he moves in.
Do you think he even gives a fuck at this point?
No, absolutely not. He's so fucking rich, and his dad just
Exactly.
appointed him.
He's like, crypto, bitch, I got bars of gold buried everywhere. I don't care.
I was totally joking about the onboarding thing. His dad appointed him the overseer of Abu Dhabi, which is like the oil rich part of the UAE. So that guy's got more fucking money than, that top 100 list of richest people is total bullshit. Like the real richest people are like in the Middle East and Russia, but that list that we pretend is real, like Elon Musk even admits he's like, I'm nowhere near the top of this list in reality. But it makes people feel, I don't know what it does. Just fictitious as fuck.
Yeah. I really don't even care. I've always wanted to go to Abu Dhabi, but I heard like you have to cover your boobs, and I'm like, no, I can't cover those. I'll just get kicked out of the country.
Well, yeah, UAE is the country, United Arab Emirates. Abu Dhabi is a city in the country, but yeah, it's fucked up.
Well,
You
no,
can't even
it's the city, but I'm
no
saying
public
like,
kissing.
and then I say fuck every like 4 words, so I'm pretty sure I'll end up in Abu Dhabi jail.
No, you can curse like a sailor over there. Nobody gives a shit, but you can't kiss in public. There's a lot of weird little rules there. Yeah.
Here comes Sean. He's gonna train me right now. What's up,
Yes,
Sean?
school me where I'm wrong here.
Okay, listen. This was true a while ago. I have cousins living there.
It's been a while.
Yeah, I have cousins living there. They have their own businesses. I've been to Abu Dhabi. I've been to Sharjah. I've been to Dubai, specifically Dubai several times. I've been to bars where I have seen European and Western girls, selling themselves. I've seen people wearing clothes that you can rarely see in Europe, but there are some things that you have to respect. For example, in public, you can hold your wife or girlfriend's hand. There's no problem. You can kiss them, but it depends where you are. For example, if you're sitting in a McDonald's surrounded by kids and families and you're kissing as if it's a fucking porn movie, dude, that's another thing.
You're going to jail.
No. First, people
Just kidding.
people first warns you because you're not doing. For example, if you have sex, like it happened, I think it was my third trip. They were Western. I don't know if they were from Europe or America. They had sex. They were having sex in the beach during the day, while people were.
Oh yeah, they went to jail.
Yeah, police came and took them, but not in a fucking disrespectful way, like they are showing on TV, like beating them or dragging them, something like that. No, in a really respectful manner. These are the rules. You broke the rules, and you have to follow us to the police station. So I was not interested to follow the whole story, so I don't know what happened with it. So there are lots of things that you can do there. I remember another situation. Actually, my cousin had booked a room for me. Honestly, I wouldn't have paid for that room by myself. It was way above what I like or want to pay. And the guy who brought my luggage, he actually was like, had lived there. He could speak Arabic. He even brought me an album of the pictures of the girls if I want to have somebody like, accompany during the night. I'm not saying that these things are openly done, but most of the things that you hear on TV or read in the newspaper are totally fucking lies. So, CZ, you can go there. You can actually go to the beach with just bikini and walk around with the clothes that depends. So yeah, you are totally fucking free, and it's a place. I honestly can say that, although I have not lived so long there, it's one of the safest place I can ever recommend for people and for myself.
Yeah,
Well, it's
Dubai is just
definitely
a playground.
yeah, it's definitely clean. I like that about that place. It's super clean. So I'm a germaphobe. So that place attracts me, other than the fact that I could go to jail if my boobs are out in a bikini. But other than that, I'm good because I heard it was beautiful and people are nice and whatnot. But Sean, thank you, because you're right. You can't believe everything that you see on TV. Because if I did, that means the Keebler elves are out of cookies and you're homeless. You don't no longer live in a tree.
Yeah, and then what else I wanted to mention that for people who have never been there, don't assume that you're going to a country where it's full of like Arab people or Muslims. Trust me, dude, you will definitely not see Arabs if you spend like 2 weeks or a month there, because the majority of the people working and living there are from West
The
and from
Philippines.
Asian a lot. Yeah, I'm not saying that Philippines because I didn't go around and ask everyone, but a while ago I even made kind of like it's a true story, and like I said it in a joking way. I had too much whiskey during the flight, and when I landed there, I actually thought that I had landed in a wrong continent because the whole airport was Asians. The whole, absolutely whole, except the tax-free shops. The tax-free shops, majority were like blonde people, like what I mean by Western people. So the Arabs, I had an issue with my visa, and the first Arab I saw was in the office. I didn't see them all around. It was like an Asian country for me in the airport.
Yeah, there's a lot of Filipinos there for sure, and a lot of people from Singapore, and yeah, it does throw you off at first for sure. They're there to work.
Hey, is King Daniel still available? Like, I think we put everybody to sleep, to be honest. Rockruss, I mean, like, we've been blah, 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 blah.
I don't think he's there.
Yeah, I guess not. So, Sean, thanks for coming up. Guys, if any of you guys want to come up and come say hi and speak with us, please come up. I hope our co-host isn't asleep. I think he's still hanging out.
Yes.
Oh, the God speaks.
Well, thank you. You can call me Zeus.
Okay, Zeus,
Hey,
but you were coming through the PulseChain live spaces a second ago, so I was saying that was God.
one of my pit bulls' names is Zeus.
One of my dildos
Hidden.
named Zeus.
Oh yeah, it must be like the really big one, right?
No, I don't do big. It's just the thumb one. But it shoots lightning.
Ah, okay. There's the correlation.
Zeus is Famous's dog, so you can just call me Famous's dog.
Oh, Famous has a dog named Zeus as well, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
How many dogs? You have 2 dogs?
I have 3 dogs. I have 2 pit bulls and a tiny little miniature schnauzer.
Oh,
Guess which one runs the house?
The schnauzer, of course.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Not surprised.
I have a question if you guys don't mind.
Please.
Yeah. So I'm thinking about a lot of things. The last bull cycle, I got into heck. I just put a little bit because I was scary, being a little bitch. But I did pull off a 40x, and luckily I staked because it forced me to lock a 40x in when I got in, and so I was able to go in pretty good amount into the sacrifices. So I just want to run a scenario by you guys and see what you guys think, because we see how these banks are limiting our ability to come in and out of the crypto market. And let's say, you were able to put in, $40,000-$50,000 in Pulse and Pulsex, and we do some nice gains. So let's say, after 14 months or whatever, we do a 250 to 300x or whatever. How would you guys take profit? How would you go about putting a
But
yeah?
depends.
And so I just wanted to see.
Well, depends what type of profit you want to take,
Well,
right? Do you want to sell, or do you want to still hold position and have liquid a little bit in your hands?
I wanna sell, but I wanna pay off my debts. So let's say you have 200 some thousand, maybe 300 some $1,000 worth of debt. You want to clear that debt with profits. Do you do that slowly? Do you just try to just like drip it out of there over time, knowing that trying not to get flagged and frozen in your different bank accounts? Because I remember last time I
Yeah,
had like $45,000 I moved out of a coin that I was in, and I tried to put it into the bank, and they gave me hell.
So here's the thing. So your on ramp and off ramp is what we call it, right? So
Yeah,
your on ramp, you can do it over centralized exchanges, right? And you can use decentralized exchanges as well. Then you got to do KYC and the whole 9 yards. But in regards to taking profit, so you got the traditional way where you sell your assets, right? So you sell your coins, you sell your position, you sell your entry point into that token, or you can say, okay, I'm take my assets and I take it to a lender. A lender is similar to a third-party bank that lends you the money and gives you a letter of a lien that you owe them something, right? In this case, when you take money that you owe some on it, too bad the government can tax you on it, right? So that way you can go and take care of business, and then you still have a debt, right? There's still a lien for the tokens. So as long as you pay back the lien, and once they're finished, they release the tokens to you. So that's a secondary way to obtain profits.
right. And so that would be like more of a liquid loans type move. Because do y'all feel like my thing right now is like, okay, you have your position. We run up whatever X's. Let's say you want to shave off 10%. Say, okay, then, I'm going to shave off 10%, put that in fiat, and then maybe another percent and put that into hex or whatever. I'm trying to figure out, like, I'm looking at everything, and I was listening to Dollar Cost Crypto 2 days ago, and he was just talking about how he's struggling with being able to move money back into the fiat world. Are y'all experiencing that too? Has any of you guys been able to?
yeah,
Are y'all having a hard time?
yeah, yeah. Because here's the problem: once you sell your position for fiat, I mean, I'm not having that trouble now, but I have last bull run. So
Right.
you have to factor in. I mean, I'm assuming you're in the U.S. as well. It sounds like,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
so that capital gains tax is a motherfucker. So when you start figuring in, okay, I want to sell this much of my position because I'm going to pay off all this debt. I'm going to do this and that. You also have to factor that in, and that's where a lot of people fuck up. They sell enough to pay all this shit off without, and say the market turns and goes down. Now tax season comes. Now fucking federal government's like, all right, we want our 39% now. Where's it at? That's why I see people fucking up. But like, as long as you factor that stuff in and you keep that portion to the side, if you're gonna cash out some, you want to clear some debt, because let's be honest, a lot of people are gonna do that, and that's what people should be doing. So just factor in your taxes. I mean, I live in a state, there's no state tax, so I don't have to deal with the state. But factor in those federal taxes when you're making moves like that, and pay off some debt. You know, just don't forget about the federal government. You know, because they will try to fuck you.
Yeah, yeah, and definitely like this time, when we came through, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go balls deep in this one, and if it do what I think is, if it does a quarter of what I think is gonna do, we're finally in the game, you know. And I was like, okay, I just don't want no debt, and then let the principal ride, and then try to live off the interest of what we got going on here. But I just don't want no debt coming into the bullshit that we're about to come into, you know.
Absolutely. And I'll say this though, not all debt's bad debt. Dude, like the guy I was talking about earlier, it confused the shit out of me when this guy was telling me he was pulling a mortgage. I'm like, you're worth so much money. Why the fuck are you pulling a mortgage? You know, like people who get like ultra rich, they don't have billions sitting in banks, and if they do, they're fucking stupid. Like the people in the SVB banks, you know. They
Yeah,
have it all tied up in assets. So once
yeah,
you get to that point in your life where everything's tied up in assets, you're going to
yeah,
end up pulling some debt. And if you talk to any billionaire around, the best debt to have is like a mortgage because it's very low interest to them anyway. Something
yeah,
low interest, and they'll do that. They'll pull a mortgage like it's no big deal just to pull
yeah,
some money out, so they're not pulling from their assets, from their stocks, from their bonds. So once you get into that position, some debt's not a bad thing.
yeah,
Just
yeah.
throwing that out there.
Well, I agree 1,000%. Like the billionaire guy I know and the multi-millionaire guy I know, they own hotels and apartments, and they have their bonds they hold, and that's their party money. Like they're like, this is my party. I just live freely on this little interest here, you know. And my thing is, see, I'm a dentist, and so I want that student loan debt gone now, you know.
Oh
And so
yeah,
I
oh
want that
yeah,
gone, and you know. And so that's the only thing I've been looking at. I was like, okay, so how am I going to actually off ramp some of the profit into these couple banks without getting frozen out and treated like I'm fucking Tony Montana or something, you know?
yeah, yeah. No, I agree with you on getting rid of the student debt like as soon as possible. I mean, because that's like a government backed debt that I would try to get rid of quickly too. You know what I mean? Like it's like a
Yeah, yeah. That's the
yeah.
big like demon constantly following me into every room.
Well, I don't see
Yeah.
Sad
it. I
student
don't see
loan
it
debt.
as it is. Like a student loan, it's literally the shackles to slavery.
Bro, so true.
Like literally, they tell you, "Hey, sign this paper. You get to go to a good university where we're gonna issue a fucking piece of garbage paper that you can wipe your ass with later on in life." Um, And yeah, I mean, literally, that paper states nothing more or nothing less that you dedicated your time, 4 years, 6 years, whatever you're studying, and you apparently didn't miss a single class, and you managed to comprehend what's being said. That's literally what that piece of paper says. That paper doesn't say that you have experience. That paper doesn't say that you come with high recommendations from a different firm, company, or institution or whatever, right? So like literally they're like, hey, let us give you the money, you get that logo on the piece of paper so you can hang it above your head on the wall. That's how much it's worth, and then once you're done, you gotta pay it all back.
Hey, that's awesome. He became a dentist, though, man. I was just dealing with a dental office for my daughter the other day, and they had the best setup ever. So my she's only 5, but she was terrified of dentists. And there's this new dental office that opened up near me. It's for kids only. And they put little mini arcade games in there. And then when she's laying back in the chair, they got a TV on the ceiling for her to watch her favorite cartoons. Man, it took all the fear out of her. She likes going. We had to schedule the 6-month checkup. She's like, oh, I can't wait to go back. I was just dealing with the other day. I was like, man, I really appreciated how they set everything up. Because for a 5-year-old, that shit's terrifying.
You gotta have a good setup, and you gotta be able.
Did CZ go down? She stepped down already. I apologize. I had to step away in between. You got hot mic
Uh-oh.
open.
Hot mic.
Hot mic, twin. There you go. Hey, CZ, I wanted to apologize. Hey, hot mic. Hola. What is this? Sensitive touch? You look at it and it goes off? Cool. What phone is it? I want it. Why did I get muted? What? CZ, I wanted to apologize. While we were talking, I told you I had to step out. I hope you heard me.
We can kind of barely hear you, Parkway.
Yeah, you're real low. This has been a very interesting Twitter space tonight.
There we go. That should have fixed the problem, I think. Can you hear me?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I can hear you. I almost ran over a kid on my walk in my neighborhood. Need to pay attention where I'm walking. Yeah, I saw Westcott was in here briefly. Dude, I love that dude's videos he's doing. Shit's fucking hilarious. Can anybody hear me?
Yeah, we hear you loud and clear.
Okay, cool.
Where's CZ at?
Good question.
So who is sacked for Pulsex?
Sack for both. I think a lot of people have.
So you just did Pulse?
No, I did both.
Okay, great. What I want you to do is I want you to start supporting the Iranian people because they have the right to assemble. without being harmed, and to have the right to speak freely, which they're being told not to. So, like, I would say, like, Pulsex definitely, like, represents Iran in its purest form.
I've got no quarrels with Iran and the people there. The little uprising that they're trying, not little, it's a big uprising. And I absolutely agree.
Because I see a huge potential once people are free. Then I think crypto is the next avenue for investments that they're gonna take a huge look at. And if Hexagons come in now as a crypto community and say, "Yeah, man, freedom for Iran," that's huge. It's like highlights PulseX and PulseChain even more. It's like, yeah. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. Yeah, I've never supported any wars in the Middle East. And there's a lot of shit that our government, at least my government's doing, that I wish my tax-paying dollars weren't going towards. And there's no way to stop it, unless a large amount of people just stop paying their taxes. We've got billions of people in our country. We've got millions of people starving here, and all the money we're sending to other countries for wars, just because the military-industrial complex has a hold over this country, along with the central banks, and they're making tons of money off it. I mean, why are we sending hundreds of billions of dollars to a corrupt country in Europe when we could be spending that money here? And I don't want to get to politics, but it drives me crazy. And the shit that's going on in the Middle East. I mean, why do we have military personnel in Syria right now? We were never invited. The government there was democratically elected, whether people want to admit it or not. We shouldn't be in their borders. This joke, this excuse that, oh, we're fighting ISIS. We created ISIS. ISIS is a CIA asset, and we're pretending to fight them there so we can try to take over oil reserves in a country we don't belong in for another country. That kind of shit's gonna just get out of control. But yeah, definitely what's going on in Iran, I support those people. I
Hey,
think
no,
the
I love
Ayatollah's
this
days are
rant.
done.
I love this rant. It needs to be said. And sorry if y'all were calling my name. I was washing my face and put my PJs on, but I'm back.
All right. Yeah. So Syria is a proxy war.
Parkway again. Yeah.
What? My mic?
Yeah. No, you just seem very low.
Syria is a proxy war. I mean, it's the same part of the proxy war we're fighting with Russia and Ukraine. I mean, the Russians were invited there, and I'm not lending support for Russia. I don't like that country either. But like we weren't invited to that country, and yet somehow we have a base within their borders. That just blows my fucking mind. Any other country on this planet were to ever do that to anybody else's border, that's like, can you imagine if let's say Russia set up, or China, let's do China. China set up a military base without Mexico's permission right near the border, let's say Tijuana. How would that fucking fly? Absolutely would not. But yet we can do that in the Middle East with no problems. Nobody bats an eye.
Yeah. So Syria is a proxy war between NATO, U.S., uh, and
Turkey,
the
there's a lot of players.
Turkey is more like the middle guy, more or less. They opened their mouth and then they got harped, right? They got an earthquake and then now they got floods. Uh, but yeah, I mean, the problem is, I mean, in regards to the U.S., yeah, the U.S. does sometimes weird, stupid things that they shouldn't be doing because it just disturbs the ecosystem. And, the reason also why people start to believe that, or still believe that there is land behind the ice walls, then you know, then that justifies again the actions that a lot of world leaders are taking these days, right? It's like, what, you got another home to go to? You got another piece of land that's all safe and sound from the destructions that we're causing, right? Um, yeah. But yes, in regards to Syria, it's just a proxy war between the Hezbollah, Assad regime, the Islamic Republic of, yeah, I'm not even mentioning Iran with that freaking ideological garbage that they're implementing there. But yeah, so they're fighting there, right? And yeah, ISIS is the problem, right? And ISIS disappeared in a way. But that war in Syria is still ongoing because Syria pledged alliance with Iran or with the Islamic Republic, and so has Hezbollah and all these other terrorist organizations, and they're being fed. They're being fed with the Iranian people's money, like that oil money that's supposed to go and being spent in Iran is being spent on all these goddamn organizations out there that are causing more headache than they do actually good in this world. And what Iranians want is literally no military intervention is number one. Number two is they have certain things in place. For an example, in the States, they have the MASA Act, which is being passed through Congress. And yeah, so it's like, it's crazy. I mean, oil is going to slowly go away. Slowly, right? That's why they're pushing electric vehicles so hard. And yeah, the world has redesigned itself more or less to be less independent by oil, right? And then you look at the crypto alliance that they have done. Iran, Russia, China, Brazil. Who else is in there? India.
I'm
I'm
I'm gonna
I'm gonna
tell you right
tell you
now,
right now.
gas-powered cars are not going to be going away like a lot of these states and governments think they're going to. There's not enough cobalt. I mean, there's enough cobalt and lithium on this planet to definitely give every person an electric car, but there's not enough mining operations on this planet to allow everybody to have an electric car. And the places where there is lithium and cobalt in places in the U.S., we keep them in the ground mostly. I mean, there's a lithium uh, uh, plant in Arizona that's pretty big, but it pales in comparison to some of the lithium mines in parts of Africa. But to be able to get lithium ion technology to the scale that we have gasoline powered cars, it ain't happening in the next 30 years. It's just not. People are living in fantasy world if they think it's going to happen that fast. We just cannot keep up unless we come up with a new battery source, which is very possible. Very, very possible. I mean, technology develops all the time, so we could go to something new. The way it looks right now, we're going to be having gas powered cars for a long time. Maybe we'll have a 50-50 split by 2040, 2050, but it's going to be a very long time. That's just my opinion.
Opinion taken. But fact is, no, it's an opinion. Why? Like, it's not like we're fighting. It's an opinion. Um, so fact is, though, Iran just discovered the biggest lithium site on the planet. So yeah, I mean, here, I wouldn't say that resource is the problem. I would rather say that recycling is the problem. Building the batteries is the smallest problem. But disposing those batteries down the road, that's where the headache starts, right? And if you just look at the cycle of vehicles, right? People get rid of the vehicles every 4 years. Why? Because the purchasing behavior has changed, right? Back in the days, they knew, manufacturers knew people buy things that last. If you talk to your grandparents or to your parents, they tell you that when they bought stuff back in the days, it lasted. That's why you can still find them in barns and they hold high value. Toys, I don't know, they're TV shows, right? Like, what are they called? They go to different places, barns and stuff. The pickers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
American
American
pickers.
pickers.
Sure. And or they go and buy storage units, right? And they hope to find old stuff. Why? Because old things are valuable. Why? Because they were built to last. Today's products are built to last way less than the way they were built back in the days. And yeah, so recycling becomes the biggest headache if you look at it, right? Like, what are you gonna do with millions of batteries that need disposal? Where are you gonna put them? Right? And do you need to ship them? Is that even healthy for the planet to ship something from one place where it was mined to the production facility? From there, it gets sent to the vehicle manufacturing site. From there, it gets montaged on the vehicle and then gets again put on a transportation vehicle, sent to a different country. So it can get loaded again into a transportation vehicle so it arrives at the dealership. And then from there, it gets driven, obviously. And then when it's done, what do? Do you ship it all the way back to some other place? Right? Like infrastructure. If we talk about, what is it, 15 cities or 15-minute cities or whatever, 15-mile cities, 15M cities?
15 minutes.
15 minutes.
Yeah, 15-minute cities. Like, does that fall into the picture?
15-minute cities is a WEF concept. It's never gonna happen. I mean, I don't know. There's some places that are trying to adopt that model, but I don't ever see it happening in this country. But I have heard stories. I know we were talking earlier where there are places like, I think CZ was saying, Austin, some areas in Texas, that they were trying this model out, but it's almost impossible in this country.
Well, I mean, anything is possible. I mean, they're gonna start with all the bluer areas and the states, so they're trying to take over Texas, but it's not gonna work.
You know what? You're right, because, my cousin used to say shit like, this whole pandemic, he's arguing with me. He's like, yeah, it's going to get out of control. They're going to lock all states down. I'm like, fuck no, that shit ain't fucking happening. No way in hell they're going to be able to do that. I was wrong. And then right before Russia invades Ukraine, he's arguing with me again. He's like, oh man, they're definitely doing it. They're going to invade Ukraine. I swear, man. I'm like, no, they're not. They're not that stupid. Fucking did it. So it's like, been wrong about plenty of shit in the past. So maybe I should keep my mouth shut. We probably have 15-minute cities a lot faster than I realize, the way shit's been going.
Yeah, it'll happen faster than you think. So it's in progress right now. So it's pretty scary, actually.
Yeah, it is. Very scary. I mean, who appointed these WEF fucks? Like, they're not elected to anything. It's just a bunch of fucking billionaires throughout the globe that all meet in Davos and try to discuss the future of us peons. And it's like, their little ideas are fucking bullshit. And they think that this myth that the world's overpopulated, we got to reduce the population, which is happening naturally anyway. People don't realize we're already approaching the curve, and we're gonna peak out at 9 billion people and start losing population. It's already happening in countries like China and Japan. And it's like, now they want to implement policies to get rid of you, the carbon. You're the carbon they want to get rid of. And people are just buying it up. Like, half the fucking population on this planet are eating this shit up. Like, yeah, let's eat the bugs. Let's all live in a little tiny 1 square mile radius. And, like, how the fuck did they brainwash people to that extent where half the people in your surrounding area is on board with this shit? I mean, it blows my mind, man. It's like, like MK Ultra from the 50s, but instead they've like implemented into social media, and they're just throwing this shit out there subliminally, and people are just eating it up, and they're like, yeah, this is a good idea. Yeah, I don't want to own anything. I'll eat this protein bug soup. It makes no sense how we got here.
Well, the way we got here is not paying attention. If you look at Iran, like they were ahead in 1979, like literally ahead. Like they were a military power, they had everything, and it's this not appreciating what we have. And we fall as dumb as we come, right? It's like, oh yeah, let's take this route. Everyone else is going that way too,
Hey,
right?
Parkway, can I interrupt you real quick? This is crazy. So I'm literally sitting there making me a drink, and my fridge has an Alexa. I have one of those plasma screen things on my fridge, and it has Alexa. We're talking about this, and Alexa starts playing the fart song. Like, what the fuck? I've never heard of the fart song. She literally says, as we're talking about this, she says, here's the fart song by blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, no one even said farts. But listen, look, listen. Like, this is my refrigerator. This is what she came up with because we were talking about this. What the hell? See, that's fucked up.
Yo, did you install ChatGPT on your fridge?
What?
Did you install an AI into your fridge?
No, I didn't. Alexa, cancel. Jesus Christ, this is scary as fuck. No, what is that?
ChatGPT is a AI, um, not like search. Yeah, it's an AI search engine where you can just ask it a series of questions, and it's supposed to, you know, give you a response that's AI driven, but it's bullshit. It's all fed by liberals, and it gives you a bunch of like liberal responses to everything.
Well, no, literally, I've never had that happen before. And that's the weird thing. Like, oh, yeah, she'll come on if we say the word Alexa, right? Or something close, because my dog's name is Lexi. But literally, we're just talking, and all of a sudden, she's like, fart songs by blah, 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 blah. The songs just started coming on. I was like, what is happening right now? So I guess she didn't want us to talk about what we were talking about.
Have you ever heard, you know how people put these videos on YouTube that are like nature sounds, and they're like 5 hours long, and people will sleep to them? Y'all, maybe someone in here has seen or heard one of these. This kid, he's on like TikTok talking about it, but so he did one of those videos, and like at the midway part, it's like a 5 hour video, and like 2.5 hours into it, there's like a shooting and people screaming. Like 60,000 people listen to this shit before, people realized that this guy was trolling them, and like they were waking up in the middle of the night to like shootings happen in their house because they were sleeping to this like nice thunder and rain and shit. And oh, it's fucking hilarious. You gotta look it up. But anyway, that just reminded me of that for some reason.
Yeah, that means that either my fridge is listening or my vacuum cleaner is listening. I'm starting to wig out, and I probably need to get rid of both of them.
Well, there is a line of code on your phone and in your Alexa that is picking up and storing certain words you say for, to shop bullshit to you, like that's why when you're
Oh,
talking to
so
your
if
phone,
you talk about farts, she's programmed. Because we do talk about
not
farts a lot
necessarily.
in this house. There's a lot of kids in here, so we talk about farts a lot. So that's
No, but I mean,
probably.
like, if you're talking about, like, if I'm talking about buying land with my wife, all of a sudden I'll have ads pop up everywhere about different land opportunities throughout the U.S. Like it'll pop up on my phone or my computer. It's insane, but it's totally legal, even though it's technically kind of spying on you. I mean, each phone, like whether you have an Android or an Apple, you're signing permission for that feature, whether you want it or not. There's no way to disable it. So I think Alexa is the same. But Alexa, I think they let the CIA listen into your conversation too. So you got like
Well,
the
I have nothing
alphabet
to
agent.
hide. She can listen in as much as she wants. I am totally okay with that. Jason, late? Are you still awake?
Yeah.
Okay. We have Richard J here. I don't know who this is.
I was wondering myself.
So you sound like an AI.
Hi, Richard J. Anyway, Partway, why do you sound so wrecked tonight? Is it your headphones?
No, I just need to I had my phone in and out of the car, so like the Bluetooth messed up. I guess the sound card. Just have to do a quick, restart the app. I'm just gonna go out and do that
Yeah,
real
you
quick.
just seem so far away. And there's always an echo. Just want to give a shout out to Random Man down there and Susie Q. What's up, gang? What's up? There's so many old school people have come back and resurrected. And there's Tony and Swizzle Sticks. There's a lot of you guys. Welcome, welcome. Welcome,
That
welcome.
that's a confirmation of the bull market returning. When you start seeing like the old crew coming back, you know.
Oh, yeah, I love
Oh
seeing
yeah.
that. It's amazing.
Hey, how's everybody going on tonight? Everybody's going on.
Sup? Sup?
What's going on?
Wanted to share my love for PulseChain. I felt like PulseChain was going to be a few months out. Now I feel like it can be any day now. It's kind of.
I fucking love you and your energy. You can stay.
I think that life is kind of like PulseChain, right? So like any decision that you make is put onto the blockchain, and PulseChain is a copy of somebody else's interpretation of it. So like you could rub off on the right way on someone, and they could copy off into the future for free. Just be nice to people. That's my whole thing. Appreciate the love. Appreciate the vibe.
Dude, I'm freaking loving you right now. You are so adorable. You're sup 3 dank. So, are you a Hexican or are you just did you just sack for like Pulsex and PulseChain?
It's super dank. The three is like to represent the three different ways you can be better physically, spiritually, and mentally. Super. Be the best you can be in all those different ways. And dank is like while you're enjoying cannabis products, like you don't gotta be
Oh,
you don't gotta be a
okay.
lazy stoner. I'm shattering, negative connotations out here. Be positive is my whole message.
Loves it. Well, good to meet you, and I followed you back.
Much love. What y'all got going on tonight?
Well, we have tons of conversation going on. Anything from politics to our amazing community to just life, just chilling.
A little bit of politics, nothing too bad.
So I came at the perfect time. I'm the way that we get away from the politics, yeah?
Absolutely.
Does anybody in the channel support marijuana use, or am I like outcast as a stoner?
I think
I
everybody's
support it.
right.
I'm walking my neighborhood right now, and that's all I smell is everybody. We're medical only down here, so every other house though I smell really nice, dank fucking weed everywhere I go in my neighborhood. So I personally don't care for smoking. It doesn't do anything for me, but I definitely
Yeah, I
support it.
don't either, but I support it. I know it has
A
great
lot of people who
benefits.
smoke, they got nothing to talk about but smoking. I like to talk about other stuff. That's why I got into hacks. That's why I got into pulse chains, because a lot of you guys represent a lot of like positive characteristics that I want to represent. You know, the birds of a feather flock together kind of thing. I feel like a lot of people who invest in hacks got their head on straight. You know, they got their mind right, and I feel like I'm in the right place when I'm in these hack spaces. Thanks for having me again. Shout out to everybody here listening. If you haven't retweeted the room yet, please do so. There's like 100 people listening, and there's 2 retweets. Like let's do something about that, y'all. Show some love.
You're
That's a good
amazing.
point.
You know
I'm gonna
what,
do that.
Jay Soleil, you know who he reminds me of? Jay Soleil, are you still with us?
Yes, easy. Who's that?
He reminds me of Doggy Postage. Does he
Doggy?
not?
A little bit on the voice,
Yeah,
but
he's so positive, and he's all
I got
he's
a good
all
vibe,
about
man.
the vibe.
I'm about to
Absolutely,
rip
I
some
love
indica
it.
bongs right now, man. So
100.
I was gonna say there's plenty of weed smokers in the community for sure. I'm more of a microdose. I can't handle hardcore shit anymore, but I do respect the power of psychedelic drugs to help heal. So microdosing is it for me. My days of tripping my balls off are well over, but there's a lot of benefit to natural medicines.
You say well over, but if you've really tripped, you know that well over is an illusion. You don't know what's
Yeah,
in store for you, my brother.
yeah, that's true. The last time I really tripped balls, I was in my 20s, and I'm 44 now, so it's been a while.
Dude, you're like halfway there. Like the average span of a human is what, 100? Like,
Not even. I'm more than halfway. The way things are going, shit, I'm probably 3/4 of the way.
dude, look at Chat GPT. It's gonna figure out a way for us to live longer, man. Just give it a year or
Yeah.
two.
Oh, I ask it all the time. I'm asking Chat GPT for some lottery numbers and how to better myself. Yeah.
There's a lot of different things that you can ask it, but what does it know that we don't already, right? As like a collective human race, it only knows what we've figured out. It's like
What we've
as
fed
a
it.
precursor to any question you ask it, it's like, hey, just so you know, I'm just a dude. I'm just a language model, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, you ever watched the movie or read the book even, The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, or the books, or watched the movie they did about it?
Nah, I missed it, dude. Give me the gist, but make it like
Okay.
entertaining. You know, there's like a bunch of people
Yeah.
here.
So there's this part where they're seeking out this robot. It's the most intelligent being in the universe, and they want to know what the meaning of life is. And they travel this way, and they're so excited. They're like, "Hey, robot, give us the meaning of life. What's the meaning of life?" And she does this like calculation. She's like 4, and they're like, "What the? We traveled all this way. 4? What do you mean 4? Like you gotta watch it. It's just like it's fucking hilarious. It's just the build up for nothing. You know,
Wait,
to,
did you just spoil it for me?
no, no, absolutely not. There's so much more to that movie. That's just like a side plot. But no, it's actually kind of, I don't know. You have to be into that type of movie. It's entertaining. I mean, the beginning
So
of the movie.
is everybody in here like a hex maxi, or are you guys like dipping your like your steel in other fires, right? Like, is anybody into Maximus? Is anybody into Hedron, Icosa? What's going
Yeah,
on? What's going on with that?
I'm into Hedron, Icosa. I didn't really get into Maxi, but yeah, I mean everything I'm in right now seems to be in the Hex ecosystem. Not on purpose. It just worked out that way. I'm
And
sure
when you
everybody.
say you're not in Maxi, is that like for a specific reason? Have you seen like Pool Party, what they got going on over there? Are you like against it, or do you just not know?
Oh no, I'm not against it at all. I actually put a little into poly, which poly they kind of got screwed over, but yeah, no, I'm not against it at all. I didn't look into it enough when it first came out, and just didn't really put anything into it.
The way I see Maxi is like a derivative of Hex, right? And then Poly
Absolutely.
Water is like a derivative of a derivative. I kind of stayed away from that. I got a little bit of capital in Maxi, and I'm looking forward to Pool Party because I understand the power of community, right? And like I think a lot of people are gonna wanna pool a bunch of Hex together, especially when like the entire crypto market is crashing and Hex is overperforming. That's put a lot of attention, a lot of eyes on the Hex, and no matter what kind of like suppression it gets on these websites that everybody, the sheep, will go to determine which crypto is the best, people see what's happening. There's no denying that, especially this little blip on the radar is this attention that we've got. There's no denying that. Everybody's like, huh? And everybody knows when it comes to crypto, that little huh moment is the precursor to something great. So I think any attention that you put into that market, into the Hex ecosystem, whether it be through Maximus, whether it be through Icosa, whether it be through Maxi, I don't care how you do it. If you're staking out through a 5555 native, that's I don't care how you do it. I think that interacting with this ecosystem now is going to be profitable regardless, and that little aha moment is proof of that. So like I'm touching a little bit of all of it. Most of it is native Hex stakes, right? Because PulseChain is going to reward me for the native Hex stakes the most. I think anybody who's got an argument against that is willing to welcome to step up and say something. But for that, I want to get a little bit of exposure to each of the markets. So I've got a little bit of Maxi. I've got a little bit of the Hedron Icosa. Somebody enlighten me as to some other popular token. I've seen something about like a Titan token, Titus token. What's going on?
Well, there's Texan, there's Communist, there's the coin that I won't say the name of,
Texan,
and everybody knows.
Texan.
Yeah, Texan.
I've seen a lot of hype about Texan. Somebody tell me about that because I don't know anything about it.
So that's another one I missed out on that I should have jumped in on, but other people can speak better than me on it. But that is basically that project like supports the Texas succession movement, which I absolutely support. I support for my state doing the same thing. So that.
Wait. Is it like more political stuff or is this like Hex?
It is. It is political. It is a political token.
So never mind.
And I can't speak on it.
I want to invest in the Hex. I don't want to invest in the Trump. You know what I mean? I'll vote for him, but I won't invest into him. Now you don't know which side I'm on, do you?
Well, I'm a libertarian, so I try not to. Yeah, it's just I don't know. A good point. Well, I mean, there's some things that I believe in that someone will accuse me of being a liberal on. Not too much anymore. I mean, everything has shifted so far to the right or to the left.
My whole point
Shit, I
is
used
that,
to be an independent. I used to be an independent. Now I'm a conservative.
Well, I don't think that people should be tribalistic at all. I think that we should come together and find the best solution amongst one another. Why are we fighting amongst like hair color and skin color?
I agree.
Democrat,
I used to be that way. I used to be that way.
That's right.
Absolutely.
I'm not a gang member. I'm a human being.
Exactly. But unfortunately, we don't live those times right now. And I'm sorry, if I was to pick a side, it would be the right side. So, and it's unfortunate.
Yeah, but what about the left side? Like, why can't we just be in the middle somewhere
I
and just
get it.
try the
That's where I
best
was.
side?
That's where I was until it didn't make sense anymore. So at the end of the day, honestly, I'm a human being and I don't give a fuck about anything about my family. And that's all I'm about. And I'm going to fucking protect my family and support my family. And the government's not looking out for you. So you have to look out for you. And that's where I'm at.
But
Absolutely.
at the end of the day, your family is another tribe that you're invested into. What about like
Absolutely.
everyone? Like, why
Everyone.
can't we be for everyone and for always?
Uh,
You know?
yeah. No, you're absolutely
What
right.
if
And
nobody lied to each other and everyone was
well,
honest and we always did the right thing and we
Yeah.
always built instead of destroyed?
damn. Are
You
we?
smoked some good
Did you
shit
just
tonight.
watch the new Avatar? Because that's where
They
I'm at
call me
right now.
Super Dank for a reason. Nobody listens,
Yeah.
but I be on
That
that
was
super pack.
No, I
that
fucking
that
love you,
that
Super
was some
Dank.
good shit
Listen,
tonight.
Dank. I swear to God, I want to live that world with you. I do. I do.
You
100%.
could, but you choose not to. You choose to invest
No,
in
I don't.
this and
No,
invest in that instead of investing in all
no,
of it. Like,
no.
there's love and there's hate, and it's black
Right.
and it's white. As much as you want to think there's gray, there's not. It's either you love or you don't.
Listen, you
And
know
when you
what
make
I
a
love right
decision,
now?
when you make a decision and when you make a choice
No, I've
and when
made
you
my
think,
choice. I've made
no,
my choice.
let me get the point across
Yeah,
here.
yeah, yeah. You're right. Go
There's a
ahead.
lot of people here. When you make a decision and when you think for yourself, you can choose positive or negative. You can go down the golden brick road or you can get caught up in the weeds. It's up to you. So which is it going to be? Are you going to think for yourself or not?
I'm gonna
Right?
for
A
myself.
lot of people who have a lot of money and they throw it in a hex and they lock it away, they're thinking for themselves because they don't
Right.
need something right now. They're able to zoom out and they're able to see
Exactly.
things for what it is. Perspective is reality. Reality is perspective.
So
So
are
so
you crypto?
which
Or
perspective are you gonna have?
crypto?
Sorry, what?
I said, are you talking crypto? Because yeah, I get what you're saying with crypto, but we're talking like politics
No,
outside.
no. I'm talking about general life, and I'm using crypto to draw your attention to the fact that everything is real, and you got to pay attention to what
Listen,
people are saying.
crypto is going to be what saves us, hopefully, in the future. Like I believe that 100%.
Yeah. Me too.
But as of right now, there's just a lot of bajiggity shit going on, and we can't trust anything other than just support our family and support what we need to protect, and that's it.
Wait. When you say protect, and when you say like this is the only thing we can trust, it comes from comes from a place of like fear. It comes from a place of not understanding the
It's not
reality of the situation.
about reality.
If you're a victim, you have to protect. If you're a victim, you have to hide. Victim, you have
Not
no
hiding.
control.
No, that's not what I'm
If you're
talking about at
if you're
all.
a person who has free conscious choice and will, you can decide which path you want to take, the golden brick road or the weeds. So
Well,
do you want to talk to me more about the weeds or do you want to talk to me more about the golden brick road?
no, actually, I'm living in reality. And so, reality is that we don't know right now. We're all uncertain. And it's not fear, it's just what it is. We just don't know. So, you better plan for your family and, like, just, protect yourselves.
I don't think
Yeah.
that we're all uncertain. I don't think that we're all just blowing
No,
around
right
in the
now,
wind.
the world is uncertain. You don't know what's happening. You don't know what's going to go forward. We've been lied to. Like, we are living uncertainty right now. We don't even know the crypto world right now. We don't even know what's happening with that. Everything's uncertain, dude.
Yeah, but what about right now? You're totally fine. We're in a Twitter space. We're hanging out. Like
Okay, so
if
if
you
you want to
just
go
think about
there, listen, if you want to go there,
right
you're absolutely
now,
right.
if you think
Yeah,
about
we are
right
totally there.
now, what is so wrong about anything? If you think
Nothing's
about what
wrong
could
right now.
if you think
Nothing's
about
wrong
the
right
worst
now.
case scenario in this way and that way, sure, yeah. But if we're talking about right now,
Right now, right.
What can we do to appreciate what we have and better ourselves then we can have a conversation.
I think what
And then if
CZ is
everybody
saying,
has
not
this
to put
No,
conversation,
what I'm saying is we can appreciate that we're breathing right now, and that's the only thing we have.
Yeah.
we got a president right now that shakes hands with imaginary people. Like, shit is weird out there right now. I'm 100% with you, CZ.
Thank you,
Plan for the
thank you,
worst
Boner.
and, hope for the best, but yeah.
Yeah.
play for the worst, hope for the best.
What is it?
No, I'm talking about reality here.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
talking
talking
about
about right
reality too. We got a
now.
president that shakes hands with imaginary people. Like, that's reality right now. So you may want to be planning for.
You can look around at the president. You can blame him. You can look around at society. You can blame that. You can look around at whatever and blame it. Or you can look in the mirror
Right.
and,
You
and,
could
and
say,
make a
what can I
decision for
do
yourself.
to make
And
sure
you
that
can
me
say,
and mine are safe?
look, I'm done blaming other people. I'm done thinking that I don't have a shot. And I'm going to make the best for myself in whatever cut of this world that I have. I'm a person and I'm going to do my best, and that's that. And if everybody did their
And I
best,
like
So
how
yeah,
you
on
there
got
would
that
be
we
you.
no
agree.
war.
Yeah, of course.
If
So
everybody
agreed.
did their best, there would be no doubt. There would be no hate. There would be
Yes,
no
that's all we can
negativity.
do. But that's
There
my
would be
point.
no dishonesty. There would be no betrayal.
But that's my point.
No, you're not listening. You're not
I'm
listening.
actually listening to you.
If you had the choice, which you do, would you choose positivity or negativity?
Positivity, always.
Always positive.
Well, prove it. Show us.
That presumes you
Do
have the
something about that.
choice. See,
You can point at the world and say, this is wrong, that's wrong, blah, blah, blah. Or you can be positive, be a beacon of hope, and do something about it. And if you haven't done something about it, I don't want to hear you complain. And that's
Yeah, I'm
it.
not
I don't
complaining.
think
I've done
anybody here is
everything about
complaining.
it.
Hey,
You can
nobody's
be
complaining.
positive.
Hey,
You can be positive and realistic, brother.
If you think that I'm talking about you when I'm calling out complainers, then you haven't done anything. And I don't know any of you, but that is the truth.
Well, when you talk about choice, I mean, if food store shelves go bare, all your positivity in the world ain't going to stop your neighbor from bashing down your door and taking your food. So you can choose to be positive in that moment, and they're going to choose to make sure that you don't see the next day.
You're missing the point.
No,
You're missing
I
the
agree
point.
with all the things that you said. That
Yeah,
you got to take things in your own hands and try to make the world a better place.
My point
Nobody's
is that
disagreeing with
if
you on that.
everybody 100% acknowledged that, there wouldn't be war. There wouldn't be anybody
Well, hey, if I
knocking
can
anybody's
flap my
door
wings, I
down.
get to the moon. If, yeah.
I thought we weren't talking politics. No,
But the
I
only
I
think
way
actually
anybody
like this
changes their
stuff. I
mind is if
actually
they see
like when you
somebody
were
else
talking
do it.
about your
The
marijuana.
only way that anybody else forms an opinion is if like their environment shapes it, right? So if everybody's positive, if everybody does their best, then everybody else learns to do their best and be positive, and that ripples throughout time, and eventually we get to the point where nobody's knocking doors down. Right now, shit's terrible. Yeah, and we can complain about it. And we can go, yeah, look at that. And we can take the magnifying glass and zoom in on the slug underneath, the patio square. Or we could zoom out, acknowledge the patio, hang out, and have a good time.
Yeah, let's switch
And we can
gears. Who's
all
down for
try to have our
Kumbaya?
best time.
You're living in fucking like not reality, dude. Seriously.
how do you know that I'm not running a charity for impoverished children? Or, we're not all doxing ourselves in here, what we do in our personal lives. I'm a very positive person, and I know a lot of people in this room are very positive. So I don't know where the fuck you're going
I
with
sing
this.
dip-diddy-doo-dah out of my asshole. Anybody? What movie?
Okay, so you're actually a troll that came in here saying you were positive and now you've become a troll because you were like a fun guy and then you became weird. So I have no idea where you're like going for this. I have no idea.
Why do I have to be going anywhere?
Because
Why do I have to
not
be
making
trolling
fucking
anyone?
sense, dude.
My whole point
Because
was
your
to
whole
spread
thing was
love.
about positivity, but you're
My
not.
whole point
Oh
was
my
to
God.
spread
Okay, I'm
love.
done.
Maybe we're just not on the same quality of drugs that you're on. I'm not.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what it is. I think we're just not high enough to get this one. Like he's
I
even
think that
laughing.
people understood me.
Even Sup
And
is
I think that
laughing. He's
people
like,
understood
probably
me
not.
plenty.
and that I've touched a lot of sore spots. There's a lot of things that everybody can do to do
Here,
better
bro.
for
I live in
themselves.
Texas. I got a lot of guns.
I'm
I'm
not
fucking
afraid of
protecting
being
my
honest,
family, and I don't care about
and
the
a lot
fucking
of people
government.
aren't.
That's my whole fucking thing. And it's nothing about fear. It's about protecting myself because it's uncertain. Period. There's no
Yeah.
fear there. So
Yeah.
that's just where I live.
Yeah. Same here.
Bibles, bullets, and beans.
Tony's got his hand up. Go ahead, Tony. Like it's open mic in here.
Okay, so when I hear the pit pop, because I'm a pimp and I'm popping shit, and I'm talking about boom boom, man. I saw Ruckus with a giant asteroid. So what's your name's actually Pam? Come on over here.
You're breaking up. I didn't hear anything you said.
Oh yeah. Okay, I'll get back.
Say it again. Maybe it's just me. Did anybody else hear anything he said?
No, he broke
like...
up.
Actually, no. I
Said
think his
something
mic
about a
is
boom boom.
fixed. You sound like you're. You sounds like you're in a tunnel of fucking hate. You might need to get out of there.
Yeah, it's just broken up, kid. I can't hear what you're saying.
Does anybody have anything positive to say?
Yeah, I have positive to say. Guess what? I shaved my vagina today. It's so smooth. It's amazing, and she's so pretty. And
Thank you for that.
PulseChain is launching soon. PulseChain is launching soon.
Yeah, PulseChain's launching tomorrow, so that's positive, right?
Oh, look, I said vagina, and he left. Oh, makes a lot of sense.
Oh, did he leave? Oh, man.
Of course he did.
That was funny.
Anytime, guys, listen, it's funny. If they're a troll or they're fucking like weird as fuck, use the word vagina. I swear to God, it happens every time. It makes people uncomfortable and they leave. Period. And I said period. But literally, use the word vagina. I swear to God, it works every time.
Nice.
Say less with that. So you shave your vagina. Do you shave your armpits at the same time?
Yeah, I sure do.
That's good. That's good. Real women shave their shit. Straight up. I don't give a fuck about them girls that got knots in their fucking armpits.
What the fuck? Did you just say people have knots? What's knots? What's
Like, I don't know.
knots?
They fucking braid
Some
their hair underneath their
hairy
armpits.
armpits.
Oh, you're talking about like razor burns and shit?
No, he's talking about
bro.
when chicks don't shave underneath their arms. I know what you're
No.
saying.
So
They get like they start getting dreads in their armpits and shit.
Yeah, like buckwheat in a headlock.
yeah, so I'm a blonde. I barely grow hair, so it's easy to shave, and there's no knots.
Oh God, that'll get someone worked
I'm
up.
very blessed in that. I'm very blessed in that way.
That'll get them boys in the chat all bricked up. You're
What's
blonde
up,
and
Sandy Beach? Sandy Beach in the house. I want to give out shout out to the girls, and there's Haxie Cajun and Susie Q. I gotta have some girls up here if y'all want to come up and say hi. If not, it's okay. Just diddle your twiddle. I get it.
come on, get them up. I want to say, I just got out of jail like 2 weeks ago. 3 weeks. Well, actually, let me take that back. I got out of jail like 2 months ago. I only spent
What you
32
in
days.
for, boo? What was you in for? What you in for, boy?
I
What
had
you in
I
for?
I had 2 assault 4s, 1 theft 3, and 1 no contact. But I've never hurt anybody in my life. Promise.
No judgment here. You gotta do you.
Yep, it was a good experience to be honest. I got to take my necessities down to bare necessities.
So, how did you get into crypto? Were you in jail and then you're like, probably I need to know about crypto before I get out, or did you
No,
already
no,
have?
no. I ain't a crypto. I ain't a crypto. Don't forget. I ain't a crypto. Never hurt nobody in my life. Never. Nuh-uh. I ain't a crypto.
No, I didn't say. Wait. Back up. I didn't say you were.
He's trolling. He's not a crip. Okay, yeah, you're trolling, dude.
Yeah, I got that. I thought he was your friend. He was calling your name out. I thought he was your buddy.
Oh shit.
No, I don't know who he is.
Okay, well, you need to find crypto and then Jesus.
How did I get into crypto? You want to ask me? I dropped a knife on my foot. Now my toe crip. I'm crypto. I got a crypto.
That's actually pretty funny. That's actually pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty funny.
Yeah, I just thought about that. I made that joke yesterday, actually. I want to trademark it, but fuck it. Take it. And that, okay, so,
So your name is Tony Pepperoni. So do you fucking make pepperoni pizzas? I mean, like, what the fuck? What's Tony
um,
Pepperoni?
Tony Pepperoni, this was my first, like, Twitter handle, so I just stuck with it. It just rhymed.
But what gave you that?
I had some chick call me Tony Pepperoni, so I'm like, all right, fuck it. I'll use it.
Are you Italian?
No, I'm actually Spanish.
Okay.
I'm Japanese American. I was born in Japan.
Wow. Nice.
Nihongo wa
Well,
karimasu?
konnichiwa.
I don't speak it though. I lived on a military base.
Nihonji?
I'm a Navy brat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Where at? Yokosuka?
Yep.
Ikego?
Exactly. Yep. Yokosuka. Oh
Where?
shit. Yokosuka.
I lived in Japan for years, man. I speak the
He
language.
was your buddy. I knew it.
Damn. See, I ain't lying. I ain't fucking. He ain't
So
lying
you know
either.
what you need to do right now, Ruckus? Because y'all found each other. Teach him crypto, so that motherfucker don't go back in the fucking jail.
So you
I
don't
go
speak any
back.
Japanese?
No, I don't.
No, Nihongo wa karimasu.
I mean, I know what it means, but I can't. I don't. It's just too much for me. But I will tell you something. I was a very young developer of Pokemon. When it came out, they chose me to represent the whole family of Pokemon. That's why I got it posted on my page. People think I'm a fucking fraud. Well, guess what? I was up in Yokosuka repping Pokemon when it first came out. Backpacks, cards, and all. Game Boy, everything. Everything.
Pikachu.
What's the big city north of Yokosuka?
Yokohama?
Yes. Okay, now I know you're not fucking around.
Uh-huh. Been there, been to Daie. Been there. In that.
Daie, yeah.
Uh-huh.
You ever go to Yokohama Bay Bridge and you go down to
Yes, I
the very
did.
bottom and everybody
Yes,
hangs
I
out, the
did.
drifters are there and everybody's hanging out and fucking
Oh
having
my.
a good time? I love that place.
Taking me back, man.
Pikachu.
I was born there. I lived there for 8 years, and I hit dipsetted to Oak Harbor in Washington State, another Navy base.
Ah, man. Yeah. My dad was in the Navy too. He was stationed over there. I loved it. I actually moved back for a year on my own after my dad PCS, and I wanted to stay there. My plan was to live there the rest of my life, but then real life changes came in, and I came back to the States. But amazing place.
Yeah,
I'd go back in a heartbeat.
me too. I want to go back to Monkey Island.
So you know what's crazy is my dad went to high school there in Okinawa.
Yeah, I went to Naosi Kinnick High. It's actually the same high school that Mark Hamill, the guy who played Luke Skywalker, went to when he was a kid. A little useless bit of information, but yeah, it was a DoD school on the base there. But yeah, man, I love that place.
I have to show you. Okay, so I'm gonna have to like take a picture of his high school jacket. It's Okinawa. He played football there. Well, his parents were his
Oh,
whole family was in the service. So yeah,
oh,
and
Okinawa, was he Marines?
no Navy.
Navy? Yeah, there's a lot of Navy there. Yeah, a lot
Yeah,
of
yeah,
Marines too.
yeah. My dad wasn't, and my dad was still going to high school there. So, but his
Oh, his dad.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, grandfather. Yeah, man. Nah, my wife wants to go there. I keep saying I'm going to take her to visit. It's a lot's changed. I still have a lot of friends over there. I still keep in touch. But Yokosuka's changed a lot. It's changed a lot. But yeah, diet.
Moved
You ever
right
go to
before they built
you ever
that
go to
gym.
Roppongi in Tokyo?
I've been to Tokyo. I want to see the wrestling match
You ever
and
go to
go to that alleyway barbecue type shit.
Oh yeah. So like the bar district is called Roppongi. Like there's a drinking age there, but they don't enforce it. So when I was a teenager, I'd go there and go clubbing in Roppongi, have fun. Take the train from Yokosuka up there and stay there all night until like 5 a.m. Come home, have a blast. So much to do.
That's awesome. I wish I spent time there with my youth. You're saying your dad was from Okinawa football or whatever, or something like that. CZ.
No, yeah. He was in high school in Okinawa,
Oh
and
wow.
I guess yeah. And so I guess my grandfather, which is his dad, was in the service there, and his brothers and all that, they were there. So they were there for a while. So my dad, when he passed away, I got like all this stuff, and it was like his football jersey and his books. You know how they have the high school books and stuff. It's all
Yeah.
Okinawa, and then I had all these like
Yeah.
Japanese school books and all this like cool stuff, man. So I've never been out of the States. I've always wanted to go to Japan and maybe like venture out there and check it out and see where kind of like where he was raised out there. It'd be cool one day. So
Yeah. There's.
Okinawa is a lot different than the mainland. It's a cool place. It's beautiful as well, but it's mainland Japan is a lot different. Like Okinawans, there's still a group of Okinawans that don't consider themselves Japanese. They're like, I'm Okinawan, don't call me Japanese. Like, oh shit, my bad. But yeah, it's a beautiful place.
well, I'll just say this: I have much respect for that culture. I love everything that has to do with their religion and all that stuff. So, like, I'm like, I would love to go there one day because I would so totally just be like, I don't know. I would totally be a tourist for sure, a total tourist.
There were simple steps.
Oh, you're you're breaking up again. What were you saying?
Yeah, you sounded like you were in RTD2's butthole.
So there's multiple religions in Japan. There's Buddhism is pretty big, and there's Taoism, and those two, and actually Christianity was on the rise when I was living
It's
there.
more of the
So
Buddhist stuff
yeah,
yeah. So
so
that's
in Japan they have near where we lived in Yokosuka. There's a really huge Buddhist temple. It's fucking cool. It's one of my favorite places to go. It's a place called Kamakura, and
Oh, I've
it's
been
this
there. I've been
huge
there.
statue. Yeah, like the place where the little squirrels come up and feed from you.
Yeah.
They're like
Yeah.
their squirrels look like chipmunks, but they just like they'll crawl all over you and they'll come up. And you get these little seeds out of the machines and they'll eat from your hand, and it's like peaceful as fuck, man. It's like one of the coolest places I've ever been, and the beach is not far from there. So
I tell you something. I went to a rice farm and picked up all the little froggies, and this girl was gonna come up and smash my hand. I had myself. I squeezed my hand.
oh man, you're getting stepped on again. Yeah, it's bringing
Hey,
back memories, man.
hey,
But
Pang, you can just like drop down and come back. It might be better for you.
it might fix the problem.
All right. I'll give it a shot. I'll try putting some headphones on. Actually, I'm speaking through the speaker of my phone right now.
So, what's going on tonight, Magic Carpet Ride?
Just been working real life. Just facilitating a collaborative thing for Tetra this weekend, which I put in the nest.
So, we probably should
How
retweet
about
that.
yourself? Oh, I never ask anyone to go and retweet our stuff. If people are into it, they're into it. If they're not, I'm not a hard shill. What you been doing? You drinking?
I was just retweeting.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I've had a few drinks. Not much. I had a funeral to go to today,
Oh, sorry
so
to hear.
yeah, but no, don't go there. It wasn't horrible. I'm not. It was a friend of mine's mom and whatnot. So I just paid my respects. So it was so depressing. I was kind of like, oh God, this is so bad. So I came home and made a good a cocktail and just been in spaces for a bit, just hanging out. It's been a great space tonight. Like it really has. This space has been amazing. It's just been tons of different topics. We've talked about everything. So it's a good space. And I haven't been just hanging in spaces in a long time. So this is kind of fun. So I'm just relaxing and chilling.
Nice. Ooh, I'd like to say hello to my girl, Sandy Beach.
Sandy Beach. Well, I don't know if yeah, hi Sandy Beach. Hey, so is there going to be an announcement soon or no?
About what?
About a good beat to go to.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you were talking about
Pretty,
PulseChain because there's definitely gonna be an announcement
pretty sure
tomorrow.
it's all on the tweets.
Okay, well, I didn't know. I just know what I know from you
Uh,
because I hadn't been
well, I haven't
Twitter.
told you other than in the tweet you asked. I said I couldn't tell you. Then I sent you a link to the tweet overnight. So I can't help it if you don't check your DMs.
I know. I don't. No. I got that.
Oh,
I got that. I did. But what I'm saying is, it's been such a busy week with everything, and then what's been going on. It's just been insane. My life is totally different now. Like, it's so insane. When you have a family move in and you're trying to finish school and you're trying to you got a new fucking dog. I mean, like, it's like, fuck, right? Like, it's just crazy, right? So I'm barely on Twitter. Like, if I am on Twitter, it's like for a second. So I'm missing out on a lot of things. So when you when you DM me that, I was like, oh yay! I was like so excited for you, and I was like, perfect. That makes perfect sense. So, but I'm not trying to give that up. So I don't know how many people in here know, and that's not my thing to sell. So
well, it's in the Twitter sphere for people who know you know.
so just announce it already.
It's been announced already.
Okay, can I say it?
Whatever, Trevor.
Did you just call me Trevor? What is that?
You're
Okay.
Australian for sure.
Oh, right,
100%.
right. Okay.
Yes.
Anyway, just my good friend here, Ty, has a good girlfriend, and I'm excited for it. So, oh my God, there's a thumbs down.
Here,
No,
I'll
no.
counter it with a thumbs up.
Well, I'm just gonna say this: Hexy Cajun loves you. Oh, maybe I'm not supposed to say anything. Okay, moving on. So, Peng is back.
Let's hear your mic now. Oh, he's probably still loading in.
Oh, can you hear? Can you hear
There
me?
you go. Oh
Hear
yeah,
me
much
better?
better.
There you go. I'm
Much
using
better.
a headset, headphones. Oh, what's up with it?
So, one thing before Peng, Boner, thank you for coming in when you did earlier because you're amazing. I just want you to know that.
Who, me? Or Papa
Yeah,
B?
Miss
Oh.
Boner. Yeah, because you get it. And sometimes people are retarded. So, oh shit,
He
I can't
got
say
it.
that
He
word.
was
That's
just,
not nice. I shouldn't have
he
said
got it. He was just
that.
trying to be
Trolling.
difficult.
He
Yeah.
was trolling. Okay. Yeah.
That or he was really on some really good shit, one or the other.
He was. He was beyond where we were. So, no hate on that. Like you gotta do what you gotta do, right?
Amen to
Absolutely.
that. I've been sober coming up on 17 years, so I did a lot of
Congratulations.
that shit. An
Yeah,
awful lot. What do you say?
congratulations.
You got to do what you got to do. I had to do a lot. I, yeah,
Congratulations. I'm sober
I was
too.
a maniac.
I'm sober too. I just drink the Lord's drink.
Wine. I'm about to open up a bottle of wine and say, "Fuck it." I'm sober too. I'm recovering. I was doing perks for like 5 years.
I mean,
Never liked cocaine, just loved the way it smelled.
oh,
No, not coke. I was doing
oh
fake
God.
fentanyl pressed
That
pills.
was okay. I
I was
fucked
doing
up
blues.
priceless. Boner, hold on. I gotta go there real quick. So listen, I was always that person that was the person that everybody hated. I never had like addicted personality. So people can smoke around me and they were like smoking packs of cigarettes. I just smoke a couple and drink with them, right? If I need to do a
Yeah, that's
little
pretty
blow,
annoying.
right, I would do some blow if I needed to do blow, but I didn't need to keep doing blow. I do X. I'd be like, okay, I did X. Yay, going to bed. Not doing that for a fucking couple of months.
Yeah, see, I
Never
did
had.
that, and we would literally wonder what state I was gonna wake up in. Not like what mental state, like which of the lower 48 was I going to wake up in? Like, and how many days later would it be?
God, but listen, I will never take back any of the highs, any
Hell
of
no.
the fun, any of the anything I've ever did, and I had the best time. And at the end of the day, I'm older now. I don't do any of it. I just like to have a few cocktails. Don't even try the big stuff. I want
Most
to.
people. Most
I
people with my stories are dead or in prison, and that's the God's honest truth. Like I just, had been to be surrounded by some really good people that, were yeah, that's just no other way to say it. But I'm the biggest square in the world these days. Like when I tell people that I work with stories once in a while, they're just like, "You're so full of shit. You're totally making all that up." Because I'm just so the antithesis of the absolute maniac that I used to be.
But hey, you know
Yeah.
what? We learn and we live and we look back and we're like, hey, that happened and move the fuck on.
Yeah.
I will never
Like you
take
said, though,
back
some
my
great
fun.
stories. I wouldn't take any of it back. I mean,
Me
No,
neither.
no
Me
shit.
neither. Ever.
Dude, I used to have an addictive personality until shrooms cured me of that a long time ago.
So does
And
it do that? Because I've never done shrooms and I kind of want to micro.
so yeah, like that's what I do now because I don't want to trip. But shrooms, many years ago, I used to be into way too much shit too, like everybody's saying. And I just had an experience one night where I had friends come over. I was in college, and a buddy of my roommates was like, "Hey man, I got a bag of shrooms." I'm like, "Man, I'm trying to stop all this shit I've been doing." I was like, "You know what? Fuck it. Give me 2 buttons. It'll be no big deal." And the whole night, I'm tripping my balls off, and I'm like
So what
convincing
does
myself.
buttons mean? Can you tell me what buttons mean?
So just the top of the, just the shroom itself. You have the little stem and you have the top part. We just used to call
Okay.
those buttons
Call them
back in the day.
Okay. Okay.
It's just slang. Yeah, it's just slang. But yeah, I just like took a few, and these ended up being like the best shrooms I ever had in my life. And the whole night, I'm like trying to be by myself, and I'm getting away from all my friends. I'm like, hey, I want to be in a room by myself. And I was just telling myself over and over, when I wake up tomorrow, I'm not smoking anymore. I'm not doing coke anymore. I'm not doing anything anymore. I just kept repeating that shit over and over the whole time I was tripping for like 10 hours. And it fucking worked. The next day, I never touched a cigarette in my life, never touched coke in my life ever since that day. And I, drinking occasionally, but all the hardcore drugs I used to do, just threw them out the window. And I was about 21 years old. I was just going down a really bad path, and just that night fucking saved my life. So I'm a big proponent of psychedelics for
Nice.
curing shit like
So can I ask you a
PTSD.
question?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
if I microdose, will it make me stop masturbating?
So here's the trick, and they don't tell you this. Like these doctors that do this shit, that prescribe this, that are licensed to, they don't know why or how it works. You got to figure that part out on your own. The part that worked for me was, like I just said, I was just repeating stuff over and over in my own head. But I was also tripping really hard. So I was having a very good visual experience while convincing myself I'm going to be a better person. And that's what worked for me. So everybody's different. So you just kind of got to, first off, microdosing, you don't realize, you can kind of tell it's working a little bit, but you don't feel it like you do when you eat some shrooms right out of the cow shit. You know what I mean? Like it's totally different experience, but it does help. So like, I'm retired
Okay.
military, PTSD, anxiety, all that shit. I use microdosing to help with that shit. So it helps. It helps a lot. So the problems I had when I was a kid are totally different than now. I don't have an addiction problem anymore, which I'm telling you, like I had an addictive personality all through my teens until that fucking day. So I know that shit helps me a lot. It was just one experience on that shit. That's how powerful that stuff is.
Well,
But everybody's different. You can have a
so
bad trip.
congratulations on your sobriety, though. That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, no, yeah, that was a long time ago too. I mean, I remember that night like it happened yesterday. So anytime someone starts asking about psychedelics for fucking, trying to cure them of some type of ailment, I'm like, yes, do it. It'll be the best experience of your life.
Unless you end up seeing Darth Maul, which is what happened to
Yeah.
me in 1997, and I've never tripped since. That was long before I got sober. That just didn't work
You
out
were
so good.
fucking taking acid, boner. Come on,
It's funny you said that because I did have an experience. I took some LSD and I went to go see The Matrix, and it fucked me all up. Like I was in the theater trying to figure out what was going on. I was like, why did I eat some acid before coming here? Like this is
Dude, are you
just, it
fucking
really
kidding
fucked me
me?
up.
You had to
Yeah,
been
yeah, that was like a horrible
fucked
experience.
up.
When Keanu Reeves' character popped out of that little gel sack thing, I had to leave the movie theater. It fucked me up. So I was like, all right, I got to get out of here. This is too much for my brain right now. I don't know what the fuck's going on. And I just left, and then I watched the movie again later when I was sober.
So the first
Yeah,
time
that was.
I tripped, it was the last time I tripped because I think I already had it in my head it was going to be a bad trip. Everyone goes, you have to be happy when you drop acid. You have a good, well, whatever. So I
It
was already
helps.
in my fucking head that it was going to be a bad trip. So it was around Halloween-ish time. No, it wasn't Halloween. It was like right before. Okay. So I remember I was at a friend's house. They made me fucking like do your tongue, like put the square on the tongue and blah 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 and like whatever. Well, it was okay at first, and then I thought everyone was looking at me and everyone was at me, and then I thought everybody was following me, and then everybody was chasing me. So I fucking ran home, which wasn't very far, but it seemed like it was really far. I think it was like I was like a block away, but it seemed like I ran for like 4 miles. I got home and I remember going, oh my God, my parents are still up. They're in the living room watching The Wizard of fucking Oz. And all I kept
Nice.
thinking is, oh my God, they're going to fucking know I'm high. And the bathroom was like near the living room. I ran in the bathroom thinking I can puke up the acid, right? I'm just going to throw my finger down my throat and puke it up because now I just need to stop tripping. No, that didn't work. So I'm laying on the floor and hear midgets in the background and all the stuff going on in the Wizard of Oz. And then there, when the big knock on the door, boom, 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 my dad, what's going on in there? And that's when I was busted. My dad never knew I ever experimented with drugs until that day, and then threw me
I
in
ate
rehab.
some bad fish. I
No,
swear.
listen, he threw me in
Yeah.
rehab. He threw rehab. I was in rehab for like 20 days over fucking tripping on acid. I was like, Dad, I don't have a problem. I promise. It was just a bad freaking. He's like, no, my daughter's not going to do drugs. And I was in there with everybody, like seriously, with real, like hardcore problems where they were talking about stories. I'm like, I don't relate with you. Like, I don't, but hey, I'm skipping school and I guess this is fine, but it's pretty fucked up.
Yeah, there's been one other bad trip I had. I remember we were evacuating. I even remember the fucking hurricane. Luckily, it didn't hit us. It was Hurricane Floyd, and I lived north of Jacksonville, and we had to evacuate 2 hours into Georgia.
Jacksonville, where? Which Jacksonville? In Florida or
Florida?
North Carolina?
Florida.
Okay.
Florida. Yeah.
That's where I'm at now.
I actually. What's that?
That's where I'm at now.
That's
where I live now.
I lived. Yeah, I lived in the Arlington area for 8 years, but I was actually in Georgia in Camden County at the time, and we fucking just went straight west. And Hurricane Floyd back in '99, it just skirted the coast, but the bands were over us. And I remember I had like a bottle of Visine filled with fucking liquid LSD, and I did way too many. I'm just sitting there, I'm bored, we're all evacuated for no reason, but the bands were like crazy looking. So I had like 16 to 18 drops of acid, and I'm like watching these bands, and people must have thought I was out of my mind because I thought the cloud bands were like swooping down to get me. So I'm like ducking down, like freaking out at these cloud bands. Like, I'm sure everybody around was like, the fuck is wrong with this guy? And then I had to drive home like that because, that shit didn't wear off for like 13, 14 hours. And I'm like, all right, everybody's clear to go back home. And I'm driving back, and it's really dark going back towards Camden County. And I'm like, put me in like the worst trip of my life. It was just freaking out the whole time. Yeah, fun times.
It's
You
all
like Jacksonville?
fun and games until you drop acid. It's I've been here since. That's funny. That's the year that I moved here in '99. Literally the weekend before the hurricane was supposed to hit here, and I'd never been to a hurricane before. So like the whole city's freaking out, and everybody's driving west. I had nowhere to go. It's just me and my dog, and we like made a little hangout underneath a dining room table because everyone had me convinced that I was going to die, and it barely even rained. But that's kind of the way it goes in Jacksonville because of where Jacksonville is in the Gulf Stream. Like I don't know if it's never been hit by a hurricane, but certainly hasn't in the last 100 or so years, maybe never. It always, they always said, oh, it's going to be, Category 5, and then the Gulf Stream just takes it right up and they pound the Outer Banks or whatever. But yeah, Jacksonville's all right. I mean, if I was in my younger days, well, I was in my younger days when I was partying real hard. I didn't get sober till I was 30. And Jackson was a lot more boring then. It's certainly grown a lot now, especially out at like the beaches and stuff like that. But like I said, I'm just such a square. I just don't do anything. Like, I'm so content. I work from home, so I pretty much work around the clock. Like, I just never stop. Not because it's like slave labor. I'm just like somebody who always prefers to be doing something productive. So whenever I'm like in these chats or these spaces, I've just been listening for months, and just recently just started piping in every now and then. But I feel like some of you people I've known forever. It's kind of strange because I'm like, these people have no idea who I am, but I feel like they're family because I've been listening to them for so long. But no, Jacksonville's all right. I mean, like I said, if I was looking for a happening place, then this would not be the place that I would come to, which is probably why I like it, because it's a little more slow speed. But I grew up. I was born and raised just outside of New York City. In fact, I used to work in the towers. I was not there the day of the attacks because I called in sick and hungover out in Hoboken the night before. I was on the 4th floor, but I would have probably obviously made it out anyway. But yeah, so I grew up right outside New York, so like much faster paced, and then did my undergrad in DC. So again, real fast paced. So like if people like that kind of lifestyle, Jacksonville is definitely not the place. But if you're square like me, and you don't mind sitting like a lump on a log at the beach or whatever, then yeah, it's pretty cool.
Here's a funny story about New York. So I retired. I had 1 year left in my military service, and I
Thank you
was
for your
transferred.
service, by the way.
Oh, thank you, appreciate it.
What
Yeah, they
happened with
transferred me to New York, and I lived in or around Florida most of my career. I was able to bounce around from unit in Florida. I did that on purpose. And at the very end of my career, they're like, "No, you're going to New York City." I've never been adversely affected by a hurricane my entire fucking life until I get to New York, and then Hurricane Sandy comes, and I lived on Staten Island, right on Midland Beach, and it wiped my fucking house out. And I didn't have insurance because I just moved there, and they wouldn't give me renter's insurance. So, our premiums in Florida are sky high, and yet I've never had to put a claim in my life. And then I go to New York, and I fucking lose everything. And it was like, what are the chances of that? I remember I was even laughing at the at USA, at the insurance people, when they said we can't give you a quote when there's a named storm in the Atlantic. I'm like, I'm in New York, nothing's gonna hit us up here, and then fucking not even 10 days later it hits. So yeah,
that was the worst. My husband's business, they went out there and took care of that whole Sandy thing. He's in the restoration business, so that was pretty bad. I felt bad for that. That was awful. I remember that.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Hoboken's a pretty cool area. I've
More
been out
bars
there
per
quite a
square
bit.
mile than anywhere in the United States.
Yeah. Yeah, my friend's from Bayonne, so one of my friends from my service, just not doxing myself, but yeah, he grew up in Bayonne, and actually we were stationed together in Miami. And my last year up there, he was up there with me, and I got to know Bayonne pretty well. But I wanted to be close to my base, so I just stayed on Staten Island. But it was cool, man. My wife hated it, but I loved Brooklyn and Manhattan. It was like a adult playground, but I could never live there now, man. It's fucking it's going downhill.
So I
Yeah.
used to be in love with New York back in the day. There's no way. I am not a fan of New York now. Unfortunately, I just can't.
Boston. If you're gonna
I've
visit
never
a
been to
liberal
Boston.
city,
I've never been to Boston ever. I heard
see,
it was fun. I've never
I'm
been.
originally, I've traveled the whole fucking world because of the military, my whole family and myself. But I'm originally from outside of Boston, and to compare New York City and Boston, Boston is a much smaller, much cleaner city, where New York is just, I
Hey,
mean,
I'm
there's a
Irish.
lot to do there.
I would love to be there.
Uh-oh, getting some thumbs down.
That's spicy. He's just a girl. He doesn't, he's just got his panties in a wad tonight.
Yeah, no, this is my adopted home though. South Florida, it's getting overrun. There's a lot of people moving here, but I've been here too long. It's just like
Florida is
home.
everything. I'm a Texas
Yo,
girl all the way, but Florida is my second, and I swear to God, I freaking love me some Florida. But anyway, oh my gosh, so is Jay Soleil still awake?
Yes, CZ.
Okay. Okay. I keep checking you. I'm so sorry. Like Kelly's down there, and I just want to be like, hey, Kelly, I didn't know she was trying to come up and say hi. Hi, Kelly. Hey,
I'm looking to request.
my XRP bitch. What's up? And
All
then,
right, I get the hint, CZ. Here's an invite to co-host.
okay. Oh, no, no, no,
Sorry,
no. No, no, no. I
I'm
can't
sorry it
co
took so long. I'm sorry
No,
it
I
took so
can't
long.
co host. I got to go to sleep. I'm leaving. I'm going
I
to bed
I
here.
was
Like,
gonna say I'll drop out for people to come up because I
No,
gotta
yeah,
there's
get to
more
I
than
work
got to
enough
go
too.
room.
to bed. I can't
Y'all
come
have
up.
y'all have a
But
good night though. This is a
no,
good
I just
space.
wanted to say, right? I just want to say good. I just want to say hey to people. So, anywho, make
Y'all have a good night.
Magic Carpet Ride needs to co host. Send him that.
Hey, you two sleep well.
Yeah, you
Thanks.
too. Sleep well, love. But anyway, so I got to get my ass to sleep too. I got a big day tomorrow. I hate that I can't hang out all night like y'all do. I wish I could. Fuck off, Spicy, you little bitch. You fucking wearing girl panties tonight. They'll be giving me the hate. as the room got quiet.
What's good with it? I'm here chilling. I'm playing Grand Theft Auto 4 right now.
Gay.
On Xbox 360 too. On an elite console, baby. I got the majestic one.
That's gay as fuck.
How's that gay? What the hell? This is not gay. That's straight as a motorcycle.
I just fuck for you.
Man, you small world. My dad's from Texas. You know that? My dad was from Oak Cliff, Texas.
Oh damn, that's not too far.
Where are you from? Where's your family from? Or whatever.
Frisco.
Oh my God, my uncles live in Prosper and Salina, baby. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I golf out there. I love it. That's awesome.
Been to Frisco. Been to that boxing bitch club barbershop. Been there. Been right there. Yup. Small world, huh?
That's crazy. That is a small world.
I love Frisco. Frisco's huge.
It's fucking crazy. It's the next Dallas, baby.
I know. I need to go back. I think I'm gonna move there actually this year, maybe. Just gotta set some shit up with my pops.
Smart man.
We'll find out. Walk around and find out where I'm going, Mom. Because I live here with my mom in Washington right now.
Where? Washington? Where? Like Washington, D.C. or
No,
state?
Washington State. Washington State.
Oh. So Seattle?
I'm about an hour and a half away from Seattle.
Oh my God, that's my home state.
Washington State?
Yes,
really?
I was born there. Oh, yeah.
Small world. It gets smaller the more you start talking to people about real shit.
Listen, I was born there, left there when I was 6, lived in Canada for 8 years, and then moved to Texas.
What?
So, yes, Texas is my hometown. That's where I was raised. I'm a Texas girl.
Dang. That's what's up.
But I do miss the Seattle, Vancouver area. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it is nice here, but it's getting real shitty in Seattle with the homeless. Told you I went to jail.
I heard. Yeah. I heard. So my little young life growing up, it was perfect. You know, everything was beautiful. Like, you know, you're clueless. You don't know anything, right? I went back like probably, I don't know, when I was like 11 years old, whatever, still young, just visiting family. It was cool, right? It was cool. So like when all that shit went down, with that whole Chaz zone and all that shit that happened over the whole COVID, whatever lockdowns and all that
Oh
shit.
yeah, they were building like a fort in Seattle. Oh my God.
Love and all that shit.
Oh, I forgot about that shit.
That was right there over there, Capitol Hill. That's where basically we lived. And I was like, I don't remember any of this.
Yeah.
I didn't remember. I was like, oh, that's where I was from. Oh, that's all being taken over. And yeah, I don't remember any of it. Yeah, it was sad. They took down that town, and it's apparently a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful place. And it kind of sucks that happened, but you know, whatever. The summer of love.
It was probably really ridiculous what that fort was. It was just like watch them go, and then we're gonna clean it up. Just let them have their little fun, their 15 minutes of fame. Because if the cops had to come up and shame them, I don't know. They just waited for them. How long were they gonna survive off of resources, right? It's like, oh shit, they built this fort. Now, no one's who's providing for that. It's stupid.
Well, Soros was just providing for that. They gave them food for a bit and toilets. They threw toilets at them, and they gave them some survival stuff for a bit. And then it ran out.
I remember the toilets, man. They had like security guards, watching a fucking porta potty. Like, really? But I get it though. That's freedom of speech. It's beautiful.
Hey, it's
Gotta
great.
love it.
Fabulous.
Gotta love it. Even though you want to say fuck it, tear gas them. No, I'm just kidding. Flashbang them. Show them what's
No,
up.
give them some heroin. They'll chill out.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. They got them pop up shops too. Them darks. It's crazy. Seattle's kind of crazy. At least it's not as bad as Portland. Oof, that's a whole nother subject. Heard about that. Keep Portland weird. Oh wait, it's too weird. Now they're coming to Seattle. Now Seattle's weird. Fuck.
Well,
Sickness.
whatever. Anyway,
Yeah.
guys, peace out. Going to bed. Got to go. Ty.
Yeah, I'm working in the background, so I can accept co-host, but I'm going to be going in and out and making phone calls from my phone, so it may just screw up for me.
Okay.
I'm out of here too. Y'all have a great night.
Hex Siren just came in. I just want to go. Hello, baby. Anyway, so good night to all the women, and you guys have a fabulous evening. Don't do anything I want to do. Jay Soleil. Keep it smooth. Keep it good.
Good night, y'all.
Jeez, yeah, keep it smooth. Damn, get them knots out of here. Them knots.
That's right. Boner, I love your name. Got to go.
You gotta love that shaved pussy. Yeah. Come sit on my face, dog. You gotta just clear the place for you to sit. I shaved too. Yeah. I just shaved the place for you to sit. Ha 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 ha. Yeah. You already know how that shit go. Hey, it's good, yeah.
Hello, yes. It is a
What's
great
good with
blessing.
you, yeah?
It is a great blessing to meet each and everyone here.
You missed it. CZ was telling all the sexy shit.
Yeah. Greetings from the Gambia, the smiling coast of West Africa.
Oh, you from West Africa?
Yeah, it is a great blessing to meet each and everyone here.
Oh, yeah, it is. Blessed to be stressed. God damn, I'm best dressed.
Yes, brother.
Yeah.
It is the connection from the God. It is the connection from the God, brother.
Yes, God. You a child of?
I would like to know your country too. I am from the Gambia.
Are you a child of the Gambia?
Yeah, almost 18 years now.
You're giving me flashbacks of Nam and shit.
Oh, yes, brother. Almost 18 years now, brother.
Oh, 18 years in Nam.
Yeah, brother.
I only spent 56 nights. Gotta know the real meaning now over there on score.
Okay, brother.
I went to jail and score, you see.
Okay, brother. I used to go
Yes,
to school in the
brother.
Gambia here, but the problem is due to the death of my parents, brother.
Oh God, your parents died? You know what? I'm sorry to hear that, man.
Oh yes, brother. That's the time I left school, brother. I want to be
How did
graduated.
they die? Don't
Educated.
tell me they died. Don't tell me
Yes,
Robert
brother.
Downey Jr. got their ass.
Oh yes, brother.
You know
That's the
Robert
time
Downey
I.
Jr.?
Yes,
Hold
brother. I have
on.
left school. Since I was 12 years old because of my parents passed away, and I could not have anyone to give me help to go back to school, brother.
What do you do now? What do you smoke? Or what are you doing?
Oh no,
Do you
brother. I
smoke?
just go to the booth. No, brother.
Do
I
you
don't smoke. I
drink?
just go to the booth. I just
You
go to the
drink?
booth to fetch some firewood. No, brother. I don't drink. I don't do anything. I just go to the booth to fetch some firewood for my mother. To give her to
Oh.
sell, so that we can have some cup of rice to eat, brother. I've been
You
struggling
just said
every
your
day.
mother, but you said your parents died.
Yeah, my father passed away, but my mother is still alive.
Oh, you said you just okay. I see you.
Yeah, yeah, brother.
You okay?
I guess you got
Uh,
you. I guess you understand me, right?
do you drink purple?
Oh no, brother. I don't drink anything, brother.
I drink purple. That's why I'm asking you. I like codeine in my cup. I love
Oh,
triple C.
okay, brother.
You know what I'm
Okay,
saying? I
brother.
love that shit. I'm fucking high right now off that purple cup, that purple drink,
Okay,
that
okay,
skizzer,
bro.
that slizzer. God
Okay,
damn with that wag ass.
okay,
You
brother. I
know?
get you as well, brother. Did
Yeah,
you
they
live with
can't
your?
make movies like. Wait, hold up. They can't make movies like Tropic Thunder no more because people say, "Oh God," and now
Oh
all of a
yeah, yeah,
sudden I'm getting flashbacks to Nam. God damn it!
yeah, brother. I get you well, bro.
Right,
Yeah,
right,
brother.
right.
I'm living in a house. Yeah, brother. I
You
want to
living
be
in a.
educated, brother. I want
You
to get
living in
from
an
school.
old. Where do you live? Nambia? What's your house look like? Is it
Yeah,
all
we pay
cement?
rent, brother.
Is it made of
Yeah, we
cement?
pay rent, brother.
You know why? Because I've been in the Philippines. I lived the way you lived before. I lived there for four
Oh, okay,
months.
okay, brother.
Yeah,
That's
real
wonderful,
shit.
brother. I wish I could be in your country, brother.
You wish you
One
could be
day
in the
by the
United
grace of God.
States?
Yeah, I wish, brother, to
Oh,
be in United States by the grace of God.
that'd be nice if you people like you came to the United States because
Yeah,
Americans don't
brother.
want to do the dirty jobs, and that's real shit. I already did the dirty jobs, and I said, "Fuck it, this ain't for me." God
Oh,
damn.
brother, as well. I'm ready to do everything in this world so that to get money to help my family, brother.
Are you willing to work McDonald's front counter?
Yeah, brother. I'm ready to do anything, brother, just to help my mother
Are you willing to
from
work at a
suffering,
fucking
brother.
shellfish farm and do all that shit on the water, all cold
Yeah,
in the winter
brother.
time?
Hmm?
See, I ain't just
Right.
putting this young man down. I'm bringing him up. I'm trying to let you know
Oh,
what kind
yes,
of
brother.
jobs there are around here. Suit
Oh,
for you.
brother. Me, I just go to the booth I just go to the booth in the Gambia here to fetch firewood, so that when I have firewood, I give it to my mother to go to the sell to market, and then she try to sell.
So, what do you use, MoneyGram or Western Union? What are you using? Because I don't use
Yes,
any of that
brother.
shit. I
Yes,
don't have,
brother. In our small town here, we use MoneyGram, they use Western Union too, brother.
See, I know that. I know how that shit flows. I've been there. I've been there. I've done that. So,
Yeah,
you know what? Uh,
yeah.
which we're gonna switch it up. We're gonna switch it up. You know, are you from Japan, my brother? Do you
Yes,
know about
pardon.
Japan? You know Japan?
Yeah, brother. What?
Have you been to Japan? Are you No.
I'm not getting
Um.
you.
You said you're from
Oh,
Nambia, right?
oh no,
Nam.
brother. No, no, no.
Do you have Instagram?
Yeah, the Gambia. I'm from the Gambia.
No,
Pardon?
no, no. Do you have an Instagram? Oh, do you use WeChat
WeChat.
or what do you use? WhatsApp or WeChat?
Yeah, brother. Yeah, brother. I use WhatsApp. I use WhatsApp, brother.
Oh, okay. We're getting the demographics down to a T. So what? You use
Yeah,
MoneyGram,
brother.
Western Union, and
I wish.
WeChat or WhatsApp.
Yeah, brother. I wish to get your WhatsApp number, bro, so that you can do something for my family, brother. I'm living in a
I
hard
don't
time in
use
the.
WhatsApp. I don't
So
use
what did you use,
WhatsApp.
brother?
I
So what
use
did you
what's
use, brother?
I use WhatsApp. I use Twitter.
WhatsApp. What?
Twitter.
Only Twitter.
Yeah, just Twitter. That's it.
So you don't use Instagram, brother.
I use Instagram. Yeah. You want to add me on Instagram?
Okay, brother.
Okay, I'll
Yeah,
send
brother.
you in
But
a
you have.
DM, my Instagram. Okay?
Okay, bro. Let me
You hit
try
me
and
on
follow you here.
Instagram.
going, yeah, brother, I'm gonna text you, brother, and you send me your Instagram
Yeah, I sent
so
I
that I can add.
sent you DM.
Okay, brother.
Instagram,
Okay, brother, but you
Instagram,
have to try and
DM,
use
yo.
WhatsApp, bro. It is the first and actual place for friends and family, brother.
Okay, follow me on Instagram, the Instagram. You gotta get me on the Instagram
Okay,
before I
brother.
hit you with the Instaham.
Okay, brother.
Because
I
we
will pray
don't.
for you, brother. You are such a wonderful and kind person, brother.
Oh my gosh, you're gonna pray for me because you're a child of God.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah, brother.
God.
Yeah, because
Right.
you are such a wonderful person, wonderful
I'm down
friend
with
to
the
me, brother.
sickness. I'm down with the
Okay,
sickness.
bro.
Just get me on
Yeah,
the
brother. What is
Instagram.
your good name,
Instagram
brother?
up. Instagram up. You follow me. You tell your friends follow,
Okay,
follow, and I know what kind of shits you want. I
okay,
ain't trying to
brother.
get my ass
My good
rugged
name is
though.
Yahya, brother.
Okay, follow
Yeah,
Instagram, follow up.
okay,
We
brother.
follow.
I'll
I
try to
know
follow
what you're
you,
on.
brother.
I know how to speak your code. I know what kind of code you got. You're a child of God,
Okay, brother.
and then we have to grace you. You pretend you throw out false praise, and then you become the prophet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
brother. You are a good person, brother. I wish I could be with you, brother.
Yeah. You want to come to the United States, huh?
Yeah, brother. Of course. I wish I could be with you in the United States,
Hey,
brother, so that
somebody write
I can
somebody
be
write
able to
that
help my
down.
brother.
False praise, and then they become the prophet. Somebody write that down. They hand out false praise and become the
Okay, bro.
prophet. Prophet.
Yeah, brother.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
My name is Yahya, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yahya.
Did you follow me on Instagram yet? I'm waiting for the pop up.
Yeah,
Actually, it doesn't
brother.
matter.
Yeah, brother, for
I'm not
sure.
trying to fucking get rugged or nothing because I'm just trying to expose
Yeah,
something and
brother. I will
articulate it.
try and follow you on
Articulate
Instagram.
pinpointing on this Jip
Okay,
joint.
what?
Y'all get to hear it firsthand.
Yeah, brother. What did you use? What is your username on Instagram?
I sent you a DM. It's NRQUE. I sent you in a DM if you get it.
Okay, brother. Okay, brother. Let me see. Let me see
Okay.
the brother. Let me see.
You know what's funny? There's like 1
Okay,
million
brother.
other children of God. Way more than that on Instagram,
Okay,
probably.
brother.
Or fucking.
So I saw your
What is
DM.
that?
I saw your DM here, brother.
You're making me want to drink a shot.
Okay, brother. What? Okay, did you drink socks?
You're making me want to drink a shot, man.
Oh no, brother. I don't think so. I don't think so.
You're making me want to drink, man. For real shits.
What? Oh no, brother. I don't think that, brother.
Why do I feel this? Your energy is coming towards me, that energy. Why do I feel your shits? I'm making me want to drink, yeah? I know how to speak the Jamaica. And also, that in dark energy, I had to learn it in jail. You feeling me? I went to jail
Yeah, brother. I'm feeling you, brother.
for some Hennessy.
And I see.
And I know how to work with hens, you see? I work with the chicks, the little
Oh,
chickens and the
Hennessy.
chicks.
I had that name, brother. I had that name. I had a drug, brother. That's a very dangerous drug.
The Hennessy, the Viper, the Demon, the
Oh,
Dodge, the
brother.
Dodge
Hennessy
Viper,
very
the
hard,
Dodge
brother.
Demon, the Hennessy CGT.
Oh,
Oh,
brother.
God. Hennessy, the race
Hennessy.
group.
Hennessy
Oh,
is, brother.
God. I
Hennessy is
tell
very
you, I
high,
know how to
brother.
flow with a code. And I know how to talk over you, too. Because we like to talk, and DM, and get them jibs and the gems. Yeah. and all of a
Yeah,
sudden
bro.
it sounds like
Brother, yeah.
Adam Sandler's movie, Uncut Gems. God
Yeah,
damn with
brother.
that ass.
Brother.
Are you Kevin Garnett? Is
I
that
get
Kevin
you.
Garnett?
Brother. I get you.
Do you know Kevin Garnett?
I get you well, brother.
Oh my gosh, guys.
Yeah, but I
Yes.
haven't.
Kevin
I have.
Garnett with a gemstone. He got the blood diamond on his bitch ass. And I'm about to knock him on his fucking frontal lobe cortex because it's very underdeveloped, if you guys can hear what I'm saying. He just talks, and he likes to get rocked
Okay, bro.
on the rock. That silly C. That C
Okay, brother.
rock. Oh God,
Yeah, bro.
with that Iraqi. Oh God, and all of a sudden I'm back in Nam in the
Okay, bro.
Apache. Oh God, I'm an artist. I'm a
Yeah,
motherfucking
brother.
web dev 3, motherfucker. God damn, I'm an American graffiti artist. Don't forget my
Yeah,
name.
yeah, brother.
Oh yeah. Oh God. God,
Yeah,
I
bro.
could just keep going all night if I
Like
wanted
I
to.
see you are so drunk, bro.
Yeah, I told you make me want to drink because you make me overthink. That's what helps you question reality when you got this false prophet. You see, he doesn't have the prophecy. Oh God.
Yeah, brother. Yeah, brother. Yeah, brother. Brother, you, brother. I don't think you drink, brother.
I hope this space is recorded because I want to listen to it over and over again. But it's just live with
Yeah,
you.
Hennessy is very high, brother. Hennessy is very high, brother.
Oh yeah, I bet it is, mother suck.
Okay, brother. Hennessy is very high for you, brother. I don't think
Okay.
you can continue to eat Hennessy, brother.
What you mean? What you mean?
You
What do you
drink.
mean
You
by
drink.
that?
How long have you been drinking Hennessy?
Oh, I drink Hennessy on it. I actually don't drink. I've been sober for a while, actually. Well, I drink on occasion, but Hennessy, I don't like it. It reminds me of Newports. It's like liquid Newports to me. I don't fuck with Hennessy
Yeah,
like
bro.
that. But I fuck with the
I,
Hennessy CGT. I fuck with Hennessy the motherfucking car crafters. You know what I'm saying?
okay, brother. Hennessy is very high. I had Hennessy before, but Hennessy is a very hard drink, brother.
Oh, it's hard to get there. You probably don't have it. That's just the culture, though. That's been set in stone for people.
Oh,
But
brother,
that's
you
not a
have to,
slight remark
you
or
have to
anything
try,
because
brother.
that's
You have to
the.
try your best and stop drinking Hennessy,
I know. I drink too
brother.
much
You have to
Syrah.
stop. You have to stop drinking
I
Hennessy.
I drink too much Grey Goose. Grey Goose vodka. I drink too much
Oh,
that.
brother, Gurgis is very high. You have to drink maybe 1 cup, brother. You don't drink high, brother. Maybe it
Yeah.
may affect you one day, brother.
I also drink too much Martinelli's apple cider.
Oh,
I was
brother,
just
that is
trying to.
very high, brother. You can drink only one.
I drink too much Martinelli's champagne.
Oh, brother, champagne. Oh, brother.
Oh shit.
Okay, brother.
You
What do you
make me
do for
laugh.
a living?
What do I do for a living? I'm
Oh,
a
brother,
Twitter.
what did you? Okay, let me ask you.
I'm trying to
What do you do
find
for a
my
living?
Bitcoin wallet. I can't find my Bitcoin wallet. I don't know how to set that up. I hope
Yeah,
somebody will
yeah,
do it for
Oh,
me.
yeah, bro.
yeah. I think this is what I'll be expecting you to ask. You guys have been talking like over
Yeah,
30 minutes. It's just all about yeah, brother, yeah, brother. You didn't even ask what you do for a living, stuff like that. I was
yeah.
expecting you to like ask that, you know. You guys are just vibing, yeah, brother, like for like over 30 minutes. You didn't even hit the nail on the head, go straight to the point, like have a good vibes, know what to do for a living. If there is a way for him to help you, stuff like that. You didn't even go there, just like talking about drinking, getting
No,
high,
yes,
drunk,
brother.
stuff like that. You need to like
Yeah,
my
I was
bad.
trying to ask him,
Sorry
brother, but
for
I
coming
think he's,
at you like that. Sorry for coming at you like that. I don't mean it, okay?
I think he's drunk, brother. I was trying to ask him, but he's drunk.
It's not because the way he's talking to you seems you know what he's talking about. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
brother,
kind
he's
of
drunk. I know he's drunk, brother.
know all he's talking about. So you just need to like go straight to like maybe what you need or stuff like that. You can't just be talking about drinks. There is a lot on your plate. From what I heard from you, you were saying your parent died or you lost your mom or your dad or something. You fetch firewood to sell, stuff like that. So I was thinking this person probably needs something. So it's something you should have go straight,
Yes, bro.
talk about instead of you like talking about NSC, drink, stuff like that. Those things are not needed. Just talk to him. Follow him
Yes,
on
brother.
Instagram.
It's because
The reason why I
because
joined
I
this
have I
space
have
tonight
master, brother.
talk
I have
here
I
because
have bro I have master on people. When I see people on this type of life, brother, I feel very bad. That's why I was trying to explain to him to stop drinking NSC, brother. It's because of I'm a very kind person, brother. I try to make effort of every person to make in life, brother.
okay. So you're trying to preach to someone to stop
Hmm?
drinking NSC.
Yeah, brother.
That's kind of funny. It is
Hey,
poison. You can't just preach
hey,
or actually.
hey! Don't tell Yaya what to do.
I know I'm not telling him what to do.
Oh
From what
yeah,
I'm
ako
seeing,
ang
the guy is a grown up man, and I think he know what is best for him. I'm just trying to like guide him
Yes,
through
brother.
some things. Some people don't really know what they are doing at some point. Maybe they're having fun or something. Maybe it's kind of thinking all of this is just for fun. Yeah. So if someone probably call his attention to this, there is nothing bad in that. And I'm not
Okay,
against
brother. The
I'm not
problem is
against
I'm trying to explain my brother.
I
I'm
get
living
you.
a very very terrible. I live with my siblings and my mom. My father passed away since I was very young.
Are you sorry? I need to ask you. Is Gambia that really like really really worst?
Yeah, brother. Of course, brother.
Gambia is
I try.
is just an African country, just like Nigeria here now, right?
Yeah, but Nigeria can be somehow cool than Gambia, bro. Gambia is
Oh,
very hard, and the life over here is very bad, brother.
wow. So you there saying Nigeria is kind of good? I think Nigeria is one of the best country in the world and one of the worst country in the world too. In
Oh
terms of
no,
some
no,
parts,
brother. No, maybe Nigeria is somehow cool than Gambia, but Gambia is very bad, brother.
very very bad.
Yeah, brother. The government did not take care of the poor peoples. The government did not look at the poor peoples, brother.
Same as Nigeria here, no government care for anybody. Government don't care for citizens. All we do
Yeah,
is we
brother.
cater for
Nigeria na oh
we
dia.
don't expect anything
Ada kung
from government.
dengan oh turun. Yeah, brother. I know, brother.
No country is the best though.
Okay, brother. Let me talk to Tony, brother. Let me talk to Tony.
Okay,
What's up?
okay,
What's
go.
up? What's 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 up?
Oh, bro, Tony. I have explained my situation to you, Tony.
Uh-huh. That's what I'm expecting.
Yeah,
You know what's funny is that there's a
thank
million
you,
of
brother.
one of each of you. There's a million more. So 2 million of
Yeah,
Yaya and 2 million and 2 million. They're miners,
yeah, Tony.
virtual
Hello,
miners,
brother.
just like
Tony.
me. But guess what? Everything is tracked, and that's my
Yeah,
prophecy.
Tony.
You know, I don't
The
know.
problem, the problem
It's not
is,
about the
the
money. There's
problem
no
is,
cap.
I lost my.
You know, you
Yes,
might just be
Tony. The
talking to
problem is, I lost my
you might
education.
just be talking to an owner of Twitter. You might just be talking to the CEO of Twitter. You just never know. I could be the CEO. I heard Elon was giving that shit away. You just don't know. You don't know me.
Oh,
But
brother.
then you scroll my profile, and then you're gonna find out who the fuck. Go look at my
Okay,
Twitter
brother. Tony.
and tell me who I am again.
Yeah, yeah. You have text me. You have text me your Instagram. I have shown that. And I have text you too, brother.
You didn't look at my Instagram or my Twitter though.
Okay, your Twitter is off.
You didn't even check my Twitter. Go all the way to the front page like I did. Do the
Okay, let
work.
me see the message. Let me.
Huh?
Yep, Tony. I'm looking. I'm just trying to enter your Instagram.
You know, I gotta give you some respect, yeah. At least you're up in here listening to other people
Yeah,
talk,
bro.
not just running your fucking mouth. Good for you.
Hello, Tony.
What's good with it, man?
Yeah, Tony. You have to try and use WhatsApp, Tony, so that you can chat more and know more about each other, and you have
You know,
and try and do something.
I wish I could send you money, but I can't find my Bitcoin wallet. I don't have it set up yet.
Okay, Tony. I will be expecting you anymore, Tony, because my life is very bad in the Gambia here.
I bet it is. Yeah, mom.
Yeah, bro, Tony. It's because I lost my education because of the death of my father.
Uh-huh. No more pension, huh? Do they have pension for your dad? I know they
Yeah,
got pension for your dad. They give you pension if your dad dies.
yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. My dad goes and find some money for me to go to school to educate, but my father passed away, so it came very difficult for me, brother, to go back to school because I can't even afford to pay school fees, brother.
I know that shit's hard, man. I get it. But god damn it.
Yeah,
You
Tony.
can't compare what you can't
Yeah,
compete. We
Tony.
can't compare our lives, you know what I'm saying? You can't
Yeah,
we cannot compare our lifestyles either. And you're not making me feel bad, which is good. You're just saying it straight up. Your dad died, you need money. God, if you lived
yeah,
here, I'd
Tony.
employ you. But
Yeah, Tony. It's because of
no one gives a fuck your dad died, but we do. But we don't, you know? You know what I'm saying, Post? Or somebody. I ain't trying to be nobody's daddy or not. But
no, Tony. My situation is very bad, Tony. Sometimes it gets very hard for us to get even a cup of rice to eat, and the siblings are still.
right. That's all it takes. It's just a couple dollars
Yeah,
for me, but goddamn, I don't have any money to send you, bro. I feel bad, but I don't. It sucks, man. I don't even
oh,
have my
Tony.
Bitcoin wallet set up yet. I don't know how to do all that shit. I don't want to do all that shit because that's not what it's about. It's about the principle of things. It's not never about the money.
Okay, Tony. I just text you on your page. Did you see it? Tony?
What's up, man? What's up?
Yeah, Tony. I get you heard me very well, Tony.
What you mean?
Yeah, man. How could you help me?
You're making me laugh, man. I don't even know who the fuck I am.
Ah, Tony, I have to try and do something for me, Tony. Even a
You
little
know,
amount so that I can try
I
back
pulled
to
up a
school.
bottle of rum and I looked at it and I put it because I'm sober as a mother. So are you sober or what? You drunk right now or what you doing?
Okay.
No. What
No,
you
Tony.
doing?
I just try to go to the internet cafe and get connected with my
Oh,
friends and family so that I can
the
get help
internet
to go back
cafe
to
is too
school and
loud.
educate and be graduated from school as well.
I've been to the internet cafe too, man. I've been there. All the video games.
Yeah,
They play Dota, huh? They play Dota, right?
yeah,
Into the
Right.
ancient.
Oh yeah. I've been around town
yeah,
with a
Tony.
Stark erection. Shit. I know what kind of
I,
lifestyle you
I
live.
get some. Yes,
Yeah.
I get someone is trying to talk. Let me see the person. I guess someone is trying to talk.
It's okay to be an alcoholic. It's okay. to be sipped up with some perp and shit. I know. I love that shit too, but I don't get drunk, drinking, snorting no more. Shit like that.
I don't try to do drinking and smoking.
We're about health and wealth here, ladies and gentlemen. Health and wealth.
Um, yeah.
Oh, I can hear you. You're playing
Yes,
some.
hello. How are you? Brother. That's what
Mute your mic, bro.
I got it, Bridge.
Mike, you're mute.
So I'm working in the background, so I'm not always here, even though it says I'm here.
Dude, that
Hello.
that wine fridge, I guess. The picture you shot of your kitchen is dope, dude.
Hello, family. Hello. How are you doing, brother?
He said, on to the next one, on to the next one, on to the next one. No.
Oh, Tony, I can't.
I got $0 and 0 cents to put 2 and 2. Just God, you're making me feel like I'm a street performer, mother. Yeah.
Oh, Tony, you are very drunk at the moment.
I'm
let's
drunk.
just try and bring it. Let's just try and bring it back to crypto, guys.
All right. Say this.
Yeah, hello. How are you doing?
Are these your friends, MCR?
No, I don't know them.
Hello, how are you doing?
Good, mate.
Yeah, I'm great to meet you. How are you doing?
What happened? So you know what's pretty cool is that I stayed 4 months in the Philippines, guys, and